Your move. Your move. It's time to your move. It's time your move. Your move. It's time Your move, your move. Your move. It's time to your move. It's time
Good morning. It's time for 14. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to be attempting to tackle both the remaining of the Ishgard classes, that being Astrologian and Dark Knight. With me today, I have managed to get a guest. It was very last minute, and thank you, guest, for accepting my last minute plea. It's Otaku. Hi, Otaku.
Always happy to help.
Of course. And, well, I don't know why I said of course, as if you're not the one helping. Because you are, and I asked you to be here. But anyway.
We're adventurers. It's kind of a quirk of the trade.
Yeah, I suppose so. Before we get too far into everything, I just wanted to throw out again, and I'll throw this out at the end of the stream as well, that the poll for what the next variety slot game is going to be is up in the Discord right now, ! Discord. If you have not voted on that already, please do. That ends in a couple of days. Otaku, have you voted? You don't have to tell me
Yes.
what you voted for, but...
I voted.
Good. Do your part, kids. Remember what Malcolm X said. By any votes necessary.
Vote in his polls, boy. Gender non-confirming.
That's right. In case people are curious about what the options are, they are every single Traveler's Tales Lego game, all of them, which is a really bad idea, and then Sly Cooper and Bug Fables. So we'll see what that turns out to be probably Wednesday-ish, I think, is when that's probably going to end. So look forward to that, and I will announce that going forwards. But let's go ahead and get ready for this motherfucker again. Alright. Astrologian. Now, you might recall that last, when we did the 30 to 50 Astrologian quests, we did start the second level 50 quest that leads into this. So there will be one less quest that we're doing here, similarly to how Machinist was. But let's do this.
This flamboyant imbecile.
Yes. Empty Nest. Word at the Athenium Astrologicum is that Janiquard has begun preparations for a gurney. I have good news and bad news. The good news is preparations for the symposium on Charlian astrology have been progressing smoothly, as we have expectedly encountered very little resistance from the Vault. They have even gone to the trouble of securing us a spacious venue for the event. The bad news is the spacious venue in question lies in Falcon's Nest. Lest you wonder, I speak of the same frigid building site in the middle of nowhere that you will doubtless have heard so many good things about. Yes, my friend, that Falcon's Nest. Yet I suppose this may be a blessing in disguise. I am just not certain what that blessing may be. Perhaps we should all make for the hamlet and see. I hear the roast yeti they serve in Falcon's Nest is sublime, so there is that.
You know, traditional Kurthan cooking.
Yep. Do you think the yetis were there, like, before everything froze over, or do you think they migrated?
I think it said somewhere that they migrated.
That would make sense. Skysty. We walk. Comic-Con in Alaska, that's right. AstroCon. Where everybody shows up and complains about the cards that they draw. Or they did until they made it so you got the same cards every time you drew.
Ah, shit, I got the wrong card. We need to re-instance.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do myself a quick little favor and... no more log window.
Hey, man. Greetings, Ruja. It appears that not only is our symposium to be held in a tiny hamlet malms away from civilization, crawling with people who cannot even spell astrology, let alone grasp how it works, that no one in the whole town has even been informed of our arrival. The three of us have been spending the last bell speaking with whoever will listen, inviting them to attend the event, so at least we won't be speaking to an empty forum. Oh, worry not, my friend. We have saved the Northern District just for you. Wink. I hate you. None of us have come across even a single astrologian, but then again, perhaps they are all hiding in the northern part of the hamlet. No, I did not think so either. Well, at least he's honest.
I want to hit him with the totem.
I think I've made my opinions on Janiquard pretty clear, I think. Would you like to take Leveva?
Sure.
Alright.
The Vault has set us up for failure. Damn them! Damn them all!
And I saw Quimperain over here. This poor motherfucker. Falcon's Nest is populated with knights and masons. Unless Charlian astrology can warm frostbitten toes or fill an empty belly, I do not believe we shall find many people who will even give us a quarter bell of their time. Actually, Redwold, do you have anything to say about this? No. No. Okay. Nobody seems to give a shit. Which, that makes sense, yeah.
Of course not. It doesn't fill bellies or warm toes.
Mm-hmm. Hello, old man.
Oh hey, it's traditional Kurthan cooking guy.
That's the one. Would you like to read for the old man?
Charlian astrology, huh? You a heretic? Because you're talking like one. There's only one kind of astrology in Ishgard, and it ain't the heathen kind.
That's cool, man.
Considering as you are an unbeliever, I suppose the knights might allow you to yap and yammer. But cause too much commotion, you'll be disappeared like that other lad. Now, when was,
What the fuck are you talking about?
where's me fucking pension book?
Bloody heretics!
An outrider, and his wounds look deep. Is there a cutter nearby?
It didn't
Nobody
really give
has
us a
even
chance to
asked
see
a
it, but I
legend
really
yet.
like that guy was just like standing guard there, completely unbothered by the bloody dude walking in. Hey, man.
This one won't make it without a cutter to tend his wounds. He's already lost too much blood as it is.
I don't feel like cutting is gonna help. If you cut, more blood's gonna come out, and blood's not supposed to be out, it's supposed to be in. Please, I have 5 children. Fuck, dude. What is with you
Okay,
Catholics?
I get the whole, like, child mortality rate thing.
But what?
But, like, 5 kids, could you not keep it in your goddamn pants?
Listen, hey, I'm the rabbit, and I'm surprised. What is this sorcery? My cuts? They knit themselves. Are you a healer, adventurer? If so, I have another request of you. There were others in my scouting party. We were all wounded, some of us more gravely than others. I fear that my fellow knights may be in grave danger. Would you seek them out and tend to them as you did me? I will report to Sir Redwald, but fear that by the time he can muster reinforcements, several men will have perished. What do you think of my astrology now, bitch?
Did you see his wounds, lass? If that poor bugger was the only one of his party to make it back to Falcon's Nest, I shudder to think of the condition of the others. You must hurry, healer, or the wolves will eat well tonight.
Cool. Gravely default. That's right. Your options are either to grave or default.
You gotta love how they'll talk mad shit about something until such time as it is beneficial to them.
Yes, I mean, yeah, exactly. It turns
Like,
out
more
that's
and
the
more
only
you
thing that
kind of-
matters.
Yeah, more and more you kind of start to understand why it is that Frey went off, and it's like, yeah, no, I get you.
Hey, I've been saying that from day one.
Frey was right.
And not, us Frey. We're talking about normal guy original Frey, who we'll learn more about later. Hello, heretics. Look at my gravity. Blast. I did it.
Bye, heretics.
How are you, Mr. Slow-footed knight? It's
I
your
thank
turn.
you, adventurer. I shall tell the fury of your kindness when I kneel before her at the gates to...
Okay, buddy. Don't be so fucking dramatic,
I'm an Ishgari and it comes with the territory.
I suppose.
How did you... It is as if I was never dealt a single wound. What manner of magics do you wield, friend?
I wield the power of, a Libra.
Charlean astrology.
Astrology.
Astromancy. But I thought the stars served only to grant us insight into the Horde's movements. Why are there not more astrologians in the field? You and your companions are in Falcon's Nest to discuss that very topic. Perhaps I can persuade others in the garrison to attend. Now, I must hurry back to the hamlet. My camlet?
Yeah.
Gods, I need to check for head trauma. My captain will want a full report of the day's happenings. Captain, my captain.
I mean, here's the thing. His wounds can't have been that bad if all it took to fix them was aspected benefic.
Never know
Normal
with these
benefic
guys.
heals more than that does.
Yeah, but aspected is the heal over time, so it's probably
Yeah.
a quick stopgap measure in the field so that when he gets to the medics, then it just kind of,
I suppose, yeah. Sorry, I just need to, grab something for a friend.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have a friend who really likes the Plague Tale games, and, there was a new one shown off just now. At the, Xborks thing, which we'll probably talk a little bit more about when there's not much else to do. Where have you been? When you did not return, we visited the northern gates and found the area astir with night activity. You left the hamlet to aid wounded scouts. You could have been killed, or eaten, or killed then eaten, or eaten then killed. What is this? You say your display of astromancy has impressed the knights into attending our event. This may work to our advantage. If the knights begin clamoring for astrologians to be assigned to their ranks, then the sea may just listen. Let us find these good men and inform them that the symposium is about to commence. It's funny that like, Ishgard's super opposed to, you know, astrologians, despite the fact that, like, they don't really have healers in, like if you think about the jobs that we have in the ranks of most Ishgardian, it's like dragoons, paladins, archers, machinists, kind of.
I mean, technically, they don't even have paladins. They just have gladiators.
I suppose, yeah, but I think I would argue that they kind of have paladins in some way, but yeah, you're right.
Like, if nothing else, they'd be somewhat close to the knight class of Eld, but even then, without a soul crystal, they're, like, pretty much all of them are no better than the base classes. Like, they have conjurers, but it's not going to be the in-depth effectiveness of the Gridanian descendant of white magic conjuring. I knew it. Empty. Well, except for that poor sod who had the ill fortune of drawing stairwell during her watch duty. We have been made to look the fool.
Those hoar-frosted balls, not a single person came. I told you this was a terrible plan. Use the confusion from the jam-packed symposium to approach the target, she says. You'll have her out of the hamlet before her companions even know she's gone, she says. Even a blind babe could see that no one would have gathered for a talk on astrology in the middle of a swiving... Hi? Ah! The astrologian who tended to my wounds. As you could see, both me and my fellow knight made swift recoveries, thanks to your wonderful magics, of course.
Are you working for that fucker from the early ones?
Reinforcements from the garrison never arrived. Yes, I spoke with, Sir Redwolf myself. Perhaps he felt there was no need for reinforcements after I, convinced him what an able healer you were. Yes, that's it. That is most certainly the reason, yes. As much we would like to attend, the captain has already assigned us to another mission. I apologize to you and your companions. Perhaps we can make the, next symposium. Carry on, then. Do you think the Ishgardians would, like, maybe be able to tell that those guys weren't knights? Hypothetically speaking. Or that just, like, you could just put on normal Ishgardian armor and go, I'm a knight, and do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, say the right things at the right times, and most of them probably don't give a fuck either way.
Probably. Viva, we fucked up. Or I didn't, well actually, I did everything right. I did great. I'm great, actually.
Well, that is that then. All twins.
Do not think of it as such, Lady Leveva. This is but one hurdle we must leap. The vault wants us to stop and turn around, and they will continue placing hurdles before us until we do so. But we cannot let that discourage us. We must carry on until we reach our destination, or they run out of hurdles.
And you would know, wouldn't you?
Not really, no. is not very good at getting over hurdles. I think this is you again, because it's the old man.
You cry over hurdles. You know not how lucky you were.
Aye. Did you come for the symposium?
Nah, I wouldn't let anyone see me at that gathering. I'd be branded a heretic and sent to witch drop. Or worse, they'd just slit my throat and toss me out to the beast. Like as they did that other astrologian from the old world. The other astrologian? When was this? When you reach my age, all the summers melt together. My hair still had color, so must have been at least a school. May have more, may have less.
Great, thanks, man. Then there was an astrologian who was... But it was long ago. It could not have been anyone you knew. We cannot dwell on the past. We must needs find a way to interpret the cards we've been dealt, so that they might benefit the present, our present.
No, it could not have been anyone I knew. I never had the chance to.
What? Nothing up there.
Galls me to admit, you are right, Jean Conrad. We mustn't let the vault, or bandits, or closed minds prevent us from achieving what we came here for. The stars will point the way, even though it's cloudy out.
I bet that would have been a lot better if we could have seen the stars. But anyway. And we will help the people of Ishgard see that as well. Hooray! Hello!
And there was much rejoicing, yay!
Thanks for popping
Oh.
in. And then goodbye. Mwah.
And Little Miss?
I don't know where the little miss is. I think she's hiding. Or she's sleeping somewhere. Where's my fucking... there it is. Leveva up there? No. Okay. Lady Leveva did not take the old man's recollection of the slain astrologian well at all. I understand that hearing of a fellow colleague's death might unnerve someone, but you would think that she had lost her father. Just going to leave a pregnant pause there? Oh, Jean Quinard, what have you done? I will not live down this offense. You see, the astrologian of whom the old man spoke, it so happens that I knew him well. His name was Rufin, and he was my friend and confidant when I studied in Charlian. My only friend. He followed me back to Ishgard when my stay in the city-state was cut short by the Exodus. His dream was to rekindle interest in the forgotten techniques, which gave rise...
Video games. A whole lot of them.
So true. Thank you for the sub, Kent. But this was a time when the Holy See was even more opposed to foreign ideas than they are now. That evening I discovered him bleeding at his bureau as one of the saddest in my life. But even at the hour of his death, Rufin remained strong, and he made me promise that I would not let his dream fade because of the close-minded. Not that that has gone particularly well so far. But perhaps if we reach a greater accord with the stars, they will show us the way forward. Yes, that sounds likely. Enjoy your no fucking reward for you get from this quest, dickhead. Conviction. Jean Quinard appears to have information on your next symposium. The Vault went and outdid themselves. The location for our next symposium? The Convictory, a makeshift camp for a band of bickering knights. I've spoken at length with Lady Leveva about how we might handle this second inconvenience, so as not to meet with the same fate as we did in Falcon's Nest. I fear the worst, but the lady believes that we may be approaching this all wrong, that we should embrace the situation and use it to our advantage. I believe she's merely unaccustomed to the thin alpine air, and her wits are not in order. Don't let her hear you say that. Perchance we should make for the camp and see for ourselves. Lady Leveva and Quimperane are already on their way to the Western Highlands. It would be remiss if we were to keep them waiting any longer. To the Convictory. Knights into bickering. That's right. Knights. Star character of Sonic Cross-World Racing. The only game he's ever been in, as far as I'm aware. Alongside Hatsune Miku and Yoker from Persona 5.
Hatsune Miku.
That's right.
Miku Dio.
I think anybody's made, well, actually, if they wanted to make a Hatsune Miku, they probably wouldn't need to make her a Viera. I just thought you could do something funny with, like, the ears as the hair, but... I am also happy that Kasuga is in there, because, first of all, incredibly fucking funny. That they're, like... Because wasn't there, like, a Shenmue character in one of the other Sonic's All-Star Racing games? Anytime there's, like, just, like, a regular dude in those games is very funny. I also need to go and fucking play Yakuza 7. Because I own it. Rio is in the first one? Okay, gotcha. They should have put in Vice again. Just to keep reminding people that they know he exists, but they don't care. Heretic, someone call the guard. Take your fortune-telling elsewhere. And then this guy, he doesn't say anything. He's the strong silent type. I arrived not moments ago to find this. What in the Fury's name has happened here? Are you saying anything? No, okay. Veva, what's up?
Tread lightly, Ruja. This is not the work of bandits. Quimperane's hurts were dealt by the convictors.
You were assaulted by the men sworn to protect us. This is madness.
The Vault led the knights to believe that a party of astrologians would be arriving to aid them in scrying the location of the Horde's next attack. They took out their frustration on poor Quimperane when they learned I can foretell the whims of a dragon about as well as I can of those of Jeanne Cronard. But no, we must not let this discourage us. If words have no weight with these men, then let our magics do the speaking.
Can we heal Quimperane first, maybe? No? Okay. That poor motherfucker, dude. I feel so bad for him. His life is just awful.
Yeah, poor bastard can't catch a break.
Give me a swift death. That's all I ask. Okay. How does that? But you're an astrologian. You can't heal people. That's not what astrologians do. There was a real mismatch between my emote that I just did there and what I just said. Bye. Veva?
May the stars heal your wounds.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Where have we seen that before?
This is like the Stalker Lalafell and Hildebrand before the Stalker Lalafell and Hildebrand. Like, she's
okay, but we know
fucking
that the
everywhere.
Stalker Lalafell and Hildebrand has existed since ARR.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that fucker.
Close your eyes. Soon it will all be over. Better. Very good, buddy.
Hey,
Hello, down there.
leave me. I am not much longer for this realm.
Not anymore. Now you can go kill yourself elsewhere.
My wounds? It's as if they were never there. Wait, who's going to believe that I slew a dragon if I have the wounds to show for it? I don't know whether to thank you or slit your throat. Though, I suppose I wouldn't be able to do either if you hadn't killed me with those queer magics. Happy Pride, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So this day I see fit to forgive you. Gee, thanks.
If you didn't say Happy Pride, I was gonna do it, so. Hey, man. Ouch, me leg! Just cut the damn thing off already. I cannot take much more of this. Why is he Scottish?
I don't know.
The pain, it's gone! How did you...
Oh, he's a redhead, that's why.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like, that's how you know.
To the stereotypes.
Hooray! I'm reminded of, a game that I have personal vendetta against, Trails of Cold Steel, in which, everybody talks normal except for one character in the first and second game and one character in the third and fourth game that are both redheads that talk with a Scottish accent, and the whole joke about them is that they talk funny because they have a Scottish accent. And, like, that's their entire character. It's remarkable.
And if Dalen had to deal with Heavensward for a healer, he'd pretty much just say, just fucking end me now.
Mm-hmm.
You.
How does this keep happening? Like, she literally doesn't even, like, dress... Like, she doesn't change anything about her appearance other than her clothes. What is wrong with Eva? Have you tapped too deeply into your mental reserves? Perhaps you should take a moment of respite. I don't see
There's
anything wrong with...
There's a woman with a knife in front of her, you idiot!
Listen, I respect women. I respect women's wrongs. They're allowed to do what they want. I can't just go questioning every woman walking around with swinging a knife everywhere. That would be anti-feminist of me. That blood is not the knight's.
The loyal lapdog. Without you to state the obvious, where would your masters be, pray tell?
You again! Haven't you fucking learned?
One might think these markings would betray my identity.
That's what I'm saying!
Yeah. But you Eorzeans have a singular capacity to look without seeing. I'm amazed you are not constantly wandering into bonfires or off cliffs. I have grown weary of this masquerade, and I am done entrusting my fate to this realm's blundering mercenaries. My name is Selly, and I am here to take Lady Leveva into custody so she can be transported back to Charlian and tried for her crimes. Okay, but she's not doing anything illegal. Taken into custody? On whose authority? You are here without permission of the Forum, performing acts which amount to treason. Your grandfather has already been detained and questioned. I'm a cop, I can say whatever the fuck I want. I am giving you the opportunity to turn yourself in after I've stabbed you, and put an end to this farce once and for all. Do as I say, and no one will be harmed. Which is a total lie, given I just fucking stabbed you. Yourself included, Lady Leveva.
Nobody will be harmed now that I've stabbed you.
Exactly.
But, Lady Leveva, I thought that you and your grandfather were dispatched on an official expedition.
It seems that Leveva has not told you everything. Did you know that it was her father who was killed nearly 15 summers past? 15 summers past, Jean Canard. Your adventurer friend seems to have already put two and two together. Why she didn't tell you earlier, I cannot fathom. What else are they leaving you out of? Jean Canard de Durandal? With your fucking inferior French name, Charlene Mastery.
But silence!
Bitch.
Oh, hello, young lady. What's up?
Ah, a little miss.
What's poppin'?
This is my final warning. When you see me again, you will either give yourself up, or you will die at my blade. Think on that, Leveva.
The very, tactful way of saying, I'm running away now. Bye-bye. Ruja, Lady Leveva's wound is deep. I do not believe I can heal it on my own. Lend me your aid.
So incompetent. Fucking nepotism.
I have not the skill to hear Lady Leveva on my own. You must cast your own magics on her as well. Okay. Oh wait, that's... Oh wait, no, that's a different line, actually. Well, the first part is the same. We must combine our benefic magics. Okay, here I go.
Sodding Thaliak on a broken raft. Thank you, my friends. For someone who claims she was hired to bring me back to Charlian, her aim was quite true.
Lady Leveva, this Selly claimed that you are not here with the blessing of the Forum. Is this so? Why did you not see fit to mention this?
My grandfather knew the Forum would never allow us to come to Ishgard, and that their contemplation over the matter was merely a tactic to stall and discourage us. The stars had spoken to my grandfather, and he was not about to turn a deaf ear to them. I kept silent, because I did not wish to let the petty politicking of men thousands of moms to the north stand in the way of our dream to spread the word of Charlian astrology. And such was my father's dream, until he was killed for it by close-minded peasants.
But Rufin never once spoke ill of those he wished to enlighten, even at his end.
How do you know my father's name?
Your father and I became close friends while I was in Charlian. When the Exodus forced me to return home, he asked if he could accompany me, saying that he wished to try and convince those who once believed in the star's power to look to the skies again. And we did for several moons. My countrymen were deeply skeptical, and slow to warm to the idea of heathen magics. Some were even rude, but he never gave up on them. Right up until he was... I was there during your father's last moments. I heard a commotion come from his room late one night and went in to check, only to find him bleeding and slumped over his diary, which he was writing when he was attacked. With his last strength, he handed me the diary and asked that I do not blame my people, and that I continue our work. I believe this belongs with you now. Don't worry, I'll blame his people. Everyone in Ishgard is a fucking idiot.
I do not know if I can forgive those who killed my father.
I do not expect you to forgive us yet, but knowing that he did, even at the moment of his death, perhaps will help you one day understand. You have always reminded me of Rufin, even before I knew he was your father. Your passion for your discipline equals his own, or may even exceed it.
Father, did you know what fate awaited you in this realm? Did you see all this? Did the stars have you merely pave the way for me?
If they did, then I shall not allow anyone to stand in your way. You are right, good man, and so I shall allow this breach of etiquette, but if you fail to address Lady Leveva properly again, I'll have you spit-shining the privy back at Durandare Manor.
Oh, leave him be, Janakanad. Without Quimperine here, I'd have been tied up and shipped back to the old world moons ago. The stars have him here with me. He is not going anywhere. And neither am I. I am done with symposiums. That is not what my father wanted. He came here not to speak of astrology, he came here to use it, and so that is what I shall do. There are still many convictors who can benefit from these magics.
And what a better way to convince people of your greatness than by ensuring they remain alive long enough to sing your praises?
Jen, will you tell me of my father?
I would be delighted, my lady. Unless, that is, you mean now, as I have a prior engagement with a pair of lovely baronesses from House Dismail, and I would not wish to keep them waiting.
Ugh, you frivolous creep.
Awesome. Neva?
A prior arrangement? Of course he has. I suppose my father's journal will have to suffice until then.
Cool. Well, that was silly. Alright, let's fly back. So, one thing I wanted to mention, actually, last stream, but I kind of forgot to, is, so, I've been watching YouTube on my phone a little bit more recently at work, because there's, like, so much less to, well, there's not less to do, but, like, it's hard to explain, but, like, I find myself with kind of a dearth of time that I need to just sit tight for. And so I've been watching YouTube on my phone, and that means I get ads on my phone, because I don't have ad block like I do on my computer. And I gotta say, like, it's been a long time since I really experienced ads on YouTube, but man, this might just be mobile, and it might just be for me, but they're really, really bad. Like, 6-second ads of, like, a streamer, like, showing off a character's ability in Genshin Impact without actually saying what the name of the game is, or who the streamer is, or why I should fucking care what their ability does. Like, ads that are like, oh my god, the Gooner gang is attacking me with the Rizzler, like, shit like that. It's insane. And then sometimes there are just like 6-second long ads for like a company or something that just don't have audio at all. And it's just like, what am I supposed to do about this? I don't know. The internet's getting worse all the time, and there's nothing I can do about it but laugh at how bad it is.
Slop is the product of enshittification.
Yep. To think that my old friend Rufin may have seen what grim fate awaited him in Ishgard, but chose to come anyway, knowing that it would inspire both me and his daughter. God, sometimes these celestial machinations are simply too grand in scope to grasp. However, if it is as we believe, then we must, as Quimperane so bluntly stated, make sure that naught disrupt us on our path to that fate. Perhaps it is time that I reveal to you a more powerful form of Malefic, so that you might be better prepared for the trials that are to follow. Ah, that furrow upon your brow suggests you could have used this spell earlier in your training. In retrospect, I would be inclined to agree. Ha ha! Thanks, man.
I think we should sneak into his quarters and stick a toad in his bed.
I think we should kill him.
Death is too good a punishment for this bastard.
I hope someone does kill him.
Feather in the cap. Jean Quinard has the latest information on Lady Leveva's current location. Doesn't she live in this? Whatever. I'm happy to report that Leveva is fine and well, and hasn't been attacked by bandits, dastard, curs, Charlian spies, or disgruntled knights once since her last encounter at the Convictory. After restoring health to all the Convictors that they might return to getting wounded again, she journeyed northwest to the Dravanian Forelands. If that journey was without incident, she should be in Tailfeather now, tending to the Chocobo hunters there. Might I suggest that we go and join her, Ruja? I cannot remember the last time I was in the Forelands, probably because I have never been to the Forelands. Why would anyone go there? It's literally crawling with dragons. It's a great question, man.
Jean Quinard.
Some people live there, you know.
Jean Quinard is in a medic position. Does not understand why you would go out and risk yourself, even though that's part and parcel of being a medic.
Yeah, it's scary out there, man. Hi, Veva.
Rusha, it is good to see you again. I pray you have not been neglecting your training. Now, you may be wondering why I chose Tailfeather of all places to visit next. Well, the truth of the matter is, I did not choose it at all. It chose me. The hunters here somehow heard of what we had done at the Convictory and placed a formal request to have me come and tend to the hamlet wounded. I would like to believe this is proof that word of the benefits of Charlian astrology is slowly but surely spreading through the realm. But enough talk. There are still many ailing souls that require succor. Would you and Jean Quinard mind assisting me again as you did in the Western Highlands?
Sure. Can you take Quimperane with you this time? So that, like, you don't get stabbed point blank again by a person who looks exactly the same as the other person who's been attempting to stab you? please, for the love of God, look out for a fucking Duskwhite. Hey, man. 2 summers trapping chocobos, not a single beak in the eye or talon in the arse. And here I am on my deathbed on account of tripping over a Caleb tree root. Oh, that's rough, buddy. Here you go. An honest healer here in Tailfeather. Now I have seen everything.
I still need to run, Somo, I think it is. A few times. Because glam farming.
Ah.
The grind never stops.
Of course. Hello, injured hunter.
The pain. Oh, the pain!
There you go, man.
I don't know who you are, but you're good in my book.
Wow, all these guys are so much nicer to us than those fucking dickheads at the Convictory.
Offering them healing with no money and no freaking proselytizing. So yeah.
Other than singeing the arse off a jeweled crosshair cut purse or soothing the scraped knee of a tripped maiden, it is rare that I have proper opportunity to use many of my spells while bending behind the ramps of Ishgard proper. This is actually all quite exciting.
Your mic's been kind of cutting in and out.
Has it? Son of a bitch. Sorry, I've been leaning back.
Yeah, no worries. Though many of these men's wounds are deep, aspected benefit should... Good gods. Aspected benefit should provide sufficient healing.
I don't believe you, but whatever. Anybody seen a Duskwhite around here? Just in case. None of these people were Duskwhites, thankfully, but damn each and every one of the 12 to the 7th hell and back. I'm not ready to die. Then don't. Praise the 12, I'm healed!
That guy has an interesting relationship with the gods.
I think that was a gal, but you know what? I don't know that for sure. Happy Pride. I do believe that is everyone, at least for today.
These men and women have chosen a horrendously dangerous profession. A chocobo's talons can rip open flesh to the bone, and a single kick can knock an otherwise hale hunter out for a sunnight. If he survives it.
Many of them seem surprised. Grateful, of course, but surprised that we were helping them. Does the hamlet not have its own healers? Do the Temple Knights dispatch their hospitaliers this far from Ishgard?
The Holy See only cares for the war with the dragons. It cannot be bothered with a handful of hunters, despite the fact these hunters are its citizens. I was told on my arrival that they manage with makeshift poultices created using herbs gathered from around the hamlet. When the wounds are more severe, they turn to their sole barber, who, well, is also the local butcher. I'm sorry, my frustration with the situation, coupled with the day's effort, have left me slightly drained. Might I be allowed a few moments of respite?
Quimperain, Rouge, would you be so kind as to accompany the lady on her stroll? It has been far too long since that Charlian assassin showed her face, and a reading I conducted earlier this morning showed a day rife with conflict and confusion. I drew 47 tower arcanas. Fucked up, for sure. I do believe
Why
that is
does the deck have 47 tower arcanas?
I don't know. I might have grabbed the wrong one. Or even better, it doesn't. I don't know how it did that.
Even the stars hate you, Quimperain.
Oh no, I've drawn the man in a hot air balloon flying into power lines arcana. Is that bad? That's my favorite tarot card joke of all time. Oh, is there a tut?
It's been for a bit.
Yeah.
He's just finally chatting.
Mike's been fine on stream, Discord being uncouth? Gotcha. Okay.
Alright. I am glad you came, Rouge. There is something important I must tell you. Since Jean Cunard gave me my father's journal, I have spent nights poring over his writings, trying to piece together what I could about his life. It appears he was hardworking and just, He trusted all, and truly wanted to help people in need. He believed that knowledge should not be hoarded like food, but shared amongst the intellectually starved. He also knew that there were those who would see him stopped. Persons who used their influence to trick and frighten the Form into believing that knowledge should be kept at one's breast. Persons who saw my father as a threat. His final few entries all speak of how he feared for his life, of how one man in particular was working to see him dead. That man's name...
I think this is technically you again, but I'll pick this one up just because it's going to be basically her and Leveva talking the entire time. Is not important, for in the end, it turned out your father was killed by the very people he was foolish enough to trust. People who, in their slaying of a good man, proved that they were unworthy of the knowledge he so freely offered them. And now, here you are, making the same mistake as he. Continue with his foolishness, and you too will suffer his fate. Hey guys.
Do not dare talk of my father as if you knew him. You know nothing. Your mind is as closed as the minds of those back in the old world who believe that hiding in their books will shield them from the pain and suffering of the real world.
Such passion! It is a pity it remains misdirected. My employer only wishes to see you back, safe in Charlian. The Forum recognizes your talent. You are an asset to our nation and its people. We would have you live a long and prosperous life so that you may rise ever higher than your father ever had the opportunity to. Ah, but we both know you are far too stubborn to take this gift so graciously offered. You'd rather fight. And you know, so would I. No more games, Leveva. Let us end this. Right here, right now. With your precious stars as our witness. Can someone put that fucking cat away?
Sorry.
Sorry, boss. He wanted to watch. Spare no one. Not even the girl. Put the fucking cat away. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go put the cat away myself. Fate has guided us here, Rouge, now let us guide our fates to victory. Sorry, I'm gonna read the battle ones just because it's they're quick.
Got it, what?
I hope it's not just these three guys because that would be really sad. Actually, you know what? I do hope it's these three guys, because then the duty would be over really fast. Alright, we did it, right? Oh, do not think you bested me in the past, you can do the same here. This time I come prepared. I bought a lot of guys this time. Is there no end to them? That's my favorite Shulk line, other than the other one.
I'm really feeling it!
Looks as though you could do with an extra blade. Oh god, Quimperane, buddy, you gotta stop taking so much damage, my man.
Oh, we got some tail feather hunters. Nice, nice.
Yeah. Whole goon squad, you're
Love
right.
it when the kindness comes back around.
Oh yeah. Where's my other funny buttons? There we go.
Now it's writing time!
I will not die like your father did on foreign soil at the hand of barbarians.
Some of these Charlians are just assholes.
Gruntamolus the Dinder Gravel. What? Why is that his name? Stop changing targets, also. Oh god, that guy's very close to dying. Once again, I cannot stress to you enough how much better these, like, healer-type things would be if you could, fucking, like, target them in the party list. Also, I just realized that I don't have Isuna on my bar. Hang on. There we go. Good nom de guerre? Yeah, it's true. Alright, hit her with my rod. Ah! The irony! I forgot that she straight up just dies here, to be honest. I mean, I guess they couldn't have her be the ultimate antagonist for a second period of quests in a row, but the fact that she just dies.
I mean, the overarching antagonist is the Holy See, but that's because the Holy See is the devil.
I mean, yeah, that's the case for the entire expansion. Are you all right? I heard the commotion and came as quickly as I could.
Not as quickly as these four. You remember the hunters so gravely wounded not less than a bell ago? If memory serves me, they could barely lift a finger, let alone rush headlong into a heated battle and help turn the tide.
Ah, don't be so hard on the silk shirt. Turns out we didn't need his help any road.
Who'd have thought it, huh? Real-life fighting astrologians. No, I truly have seen everything.
Leveva, I dare say those men would not have risked their lives if they had little respect for us or our craft. You were right. Our actions here have done more to promote Charlian astrology than any long-winded discourse. Why, I expect this very night the tale of your daring deeds will be told 100 times over in mead halls across the Forelands.
Which means it will not be long before the Forum is heard as well. We Charlians may have officially abandoned this realm, but our ears remain. If the one who hired Cellier is who I think it is, then I can expect not less than a formal edict of extradition to be issued.
An edict of extradition? But Charlian has no power to force Ishgard to deliver you into their hands. They did send an assassin after us, though. Furthermore, what exactly is it you have done wrong but allowed others to partake in your great nation's bottomless well of knowledge, as I did more than 15 summers ago when I studied in her halls? By the way, what was the, little dialogue thing that Rouget did to Jean? What was that supposed to be? Was I supposed to be explaining something? Whatever.
Discord continues to be uncouth.
Fucked up.
Things changed after you left, Jeanne Canard. Many even believe it was my father's death that tipped scales in favor of closing Charlian's doors and locking away all our knowledge. If the Forum deems it so, I could be arrested and imprisoned for the theft of national resources. And I see no reason why your Holy See, who has already shown its disdain for our efforts, would stand in its way.
So, what do we do? Your grandfather, your father, they have given up so much to see you here. We cannot just concede defeat now that we have finally begun to make headway.
I never said we would, Jean. I have no intention of giving up or giving in. Doing so would be to deny the sacrifices made by my father and grandfather. The stars have shown me the path I must take. There is no other, and it begins back at Tailfeather, healing those who aided us. I will see the two of you in Ishgard once I have settled matters here. Quimperane will see I arrive unharmed.
Alright, well, back we go then. I'm going to use return this time for sure.
So it seems Malborough has its share of NPC role players.
I think everywhere does, really.
Yeah, but some places it's more, apparent than others. Because when I was at the Wolves' Den, I saw Dollar Store Xenos. And then leaving the Forgotten Night was some guy named Asahi.
Lady Leveva still has not returned from Tailfeather. Oh, but do not worry. I have had word that she simply intends to stay a few turns of the sun longer. What we should be worrying about, however, is the Forum and their pending decision on our companion's extradition. If an official edict is drafted, I fear we may find ourselves at the mercy of the Vault. If that were to happen, there will be little we can do to keep Leveva here, short of starting a war.
Oh, you mean the war we already started against the Holy See?
Yeah, let's do it again. If only we had more time. I was studying in Charlie, and I heard whispers of an ancient astromantic spell which could stop time and the very moments of the heavens. All of my professors denied it existed, of course. If only maybe you could have gotten that spell at this level. Sadly, it's been removed. Trumped. No, I can't think of anything funny to say about that. Jean Quinard has some exciting news. Did you hear, Rouget? Elon Musk and Trump have had a falling out on Twitter. Word of Lady Leveva's charity has begun spreading, my friend. I have attended more than one luncheon where it was positively dripping off of the tongues of all the good lords and ladies. And the knights? Oh, the knights. They have started rumbling about why magics that not only heal the wounded, but also enhance the strengths of the healthy are not being employed to save the lives of those on the front lines. Needless to say, the Vault is not amused. Their plan to have us fade into obscurity has rebounded upon them, and now they are scrambling to twist this situation to their advantage. Listen, Rusha. The Vault would have us officially attend an operation currently underway in the Western Highlands village of Hemlock. The settlement was abandoned after the calamity, and has been overrun with beasts of all manner. The Holy See seeks to reclaim it, and my uncle, the Count, has generously volunteered his knights to clear the area of any remaining nut threats. It is a win-win for the Vault. The operation is small enough and far enough away from the capital that even if it is a success, no one will pay it half a mind, but the Vault will be able to say that they answered the pleas of the knights. If, for any reason, the operation were to fail, then the Vault would be able to attribute the failure to the astrologian presence and turn the high houses against Lady Leveva. I spoke with the lady about this, but she said she was not interested in the politics of the situation, only that it was her duty to aid people in need. We should speak with her, and soon. Let us make haste to Hemlock. Reports from Hemlock claim the village is a veritable den of feathered dragons, the few remaining homes not more than gutted shells. When we arrive, we should seek the commanding officer and have him direct us to our young charge. That's like the most business-like Jean Quinard has ever been. And ever will be, probably.
Wouldn't likely. Because, Ishgardian, change is anathema to them.
Yes. Where is that again? Is that super fucking far out? Sure is. Awesome. Skystone.
I keep forgetting the loud noises are coming from the main factory.
Yep. I always think about how I have to fucking crazy turn down my, my, 14 sound whenever I'm in there to make sure it doesn't drown me out. Alrighty then.
Yeah, when I saw the name of this mission and this quest, a comic panel kind of popped up in my head from the Animaniacs, where Wacko and Yakko, and I'm not sure which one was saying what, but one of them had their finger raised, the other one was like, don't, and then the first one was like, yeah, nah, it'd be too easy.
Yep, I have that one saved. It's a very good reaction image.
It is.
Alright, hello everyone. How are we all doing today? Hi, Quimperine. What I lack in healing talents, I shall make up for with my blade.
There are wounded everywhere, Brusha. We must help them.
Where?
Yes, all the wounded that we can see.
Are you sure? Anyway. So this is battle. I never knew. All the blood. Hello, sir. You can take this guy.
Oh. We severely underestimated the strength of our enemies. Now my men and women find themselves overwhelmed. The tight wedges we had at the onset have all degraded into small knots of fighting, and the number of wounded is growing faster than our chaplains can heal them. Thank the Fury you arrived when you did.
Let's get to Woik.
Our wounded hide in the lee of yonder boulders, for we have not even the means to pull their own bodies to safety.
I really like that Quimperine walked in the opposite direction as Leveva and Jeanne did, as if he could also do anything by himself for them. Hey man, can you fuck off, actually? That's it, I'm divinizing. And I'm spearing. Here I go. Die. Wait. Die. And this guy says there are others with wounds still deeper than mine. That guy also says that. Crazy how that works. Hey, man. It's so dark. Why is it so dark? Weren't we fighting during the day? Here you go. One aspected benefit gotta fix you up. Where am I? Where is my company? I must return to them. Your turn.
Please. Help! I shan't forget this, astrologian. I am forever in your debt.
I once heard that at the end, your life flashes before your eyes. Why is it, then, that I can only recall the bodice of that wench at the Forgotten Night? I think that's on you, man.
That is on you, bruv.
Yep. You have my thanks, but there must still be many who require succor. I heard a woman scream beyond this very boulder not moments before you arrived. Oh, how convenient. I did not recognize the voice. It could have been one of your companions. Oh no, overwhelmed companions! I hate it when that happens. Hello, companions. Can you guys stop being overwhelmed, please, maybe?
Really, you expect the frivolous Nepo baby, silver spoon ass, Janet Kennard to stop being overwhelmed.
Again, why did Quimperay not go with them? Why?
Because he was needed elsewhere, allegedly.
To do what?
Who knows? Also, shout out to that one Airy run that I had where everybody was a Heavensward related class.
I'm gonna voice this guy. Well, what have we here, Mama?
Sylvester? You who vowed never to set foot in this barbarian land again? Unless...
A clever girl. Yes, it was I who hired Celine to bring you back to Charlian. If you'd come back with us quietly, you'd be free right now, rather than a wanton criminal facing a trial, imprisonment, and even execution, Mama. Depending on what you had told these tame savages of yours. Yes, my dear, I offered you a chance and you foolishly refused it. The edict has been issued, and I'm here to collect you. Though I must place some of the blame on that for our friend Cellier. Had she not insisted on playing games, you would have been displayed reason back in the Black Shroud. Instead, she merely had her fuel to a fire already hot with your inherent stubbornness, Mama. And now I'm forced to make the journey to this filthy realm to clean her up her mess. And I suppose that starts with these companions of yours.
Ruja, take Shanna Kennard and leave. Right now. Neither of you are ready for the magics of the variety he wields.
Actually,
I don't know. Someone who studied Mahaki Black Magic, Amdapori White Magic, Nemean Scholar, Allegan Summoner, Charlian Astrologian. I think Ruja can handle herself, and even then, she has this very protective older brother figure who, well, brother figure of indeterminate age, who can and will probably punch this guy in the face if he ever lays hands on him.
Well, anyway.
But what of you, my lady?
I am going to reclaim my father's journal.
Brave. Your father was brave too. Your father is also dead. Lady Leveva! Ah, now I understand Cellier's frustration. This realm is truly overrun with vermin. How we've suffered here for so long, I will never know. Very well, Leveva, you leave me no choice. You may already know we have questioned Mace regarding your unauthorized passenger into Eorzea. What you may not know is that we still hold him in the dark cells. Just as a precautionary measure, of course. We would not want him to see a flea again before the trial. Now, your grandfather is not as spry as he used to be, and I'm uncertain how long the sanity of a man of his age will last in complete darkness. But the longer you delay, the closer we come to finding out. If you wish to see your grandfather released, you will come to the abandoned city in the Dravanian hinterlands. There my airship will be waiting to take you back to the old world, where you will be tried. Fairly, of course. I suppose you could run, but know that doing so would have grave consequences for your grandfather, and possibly your mother, somebody who has not been mentioned this entire fucking time, despite the fact that she's probably still really important. As well. And we would still eventually find you, Mama. I'm using my return spell.
Wait, my father's diary!
No, I'm sorry, I'm keeping that.
He may still be close.
couldn't-
Wait here.
It's a shame we couldn't trade cancel the fucker.
Well, that would be fucking hilarious.
What the
Can I
hell?
offer you
How
a
did you
nice
do that?
egg in this trying time?
How the fuck did you do that?
Sylvester, I knew it.
Lady Leveva, who was that? I have the strangest feeling I should know him from somewhere.
Sylvester, leader of the Bibliotheques, a powerful group of conservative fundamentalists who seek to control the whole of Charlene's knowledge. They believe that our people should not become involved in history, only be witness to it. Then analyze it until all the lives lived and lost are but numbers on a page. You may remember Sylvester, Jeanne Canard, because he is the self-same man who has pushed for old Charlene to batten its doors, and has used my father's death as his rallying cry. And now I am certain he had my father killed. Near the end of my father's diary, he mentions being contacted by a young Sylvester, who happened to be an older classmate of his when they were both at the studium. Sylvester, looking to make a name for himself as a politician, warned my father against continuing to disseminate knowledge of Charlene astrology in Eorzea, a warning my father, of course, did not heed. Soon, after several attempts were made upon my father's life, when he subsequently looked into the matter, he discovered that there was a price on his head, and that Sylvester had put it there. I discovered a contract signed by the rich folded in my father's journal. He had planned on revealing it to the forum on his return, but he never had the chance. Jeanne Canard, my father gave you that journal before he died, but you never once opened it?
I did not think it was mine to read, but what you say, if it is true, we must get that diary back. Come, it seems the fighting has died down. Let us report to the captain of the knights, then return to Ishgard so that we may plan our next move. I forgot about Sylvester, honestly. Very funny character to have looking back now about Charlene. I think that's the same line she said before.
It was.
I do not know what to believe anymore. We must report back to the captain and then hasten back to Ishgard. Perhaps then we can attempt to make sense of all that has befallen us here today.
Chaos and confusion.
Yay.
Many lives were saved because of you. If this is what we can expect from Charlene astrology, I see no reason why we shouldn't have knights trained in the field. I will recommend this to the Lord Commander. I suspect he will be pleased to see the day won with so few casualties. If you
Oh, yeah, sorry,
that
that's
is
me.
not Captain.
If you require our services again, you need only ask. Come, Ruja, let us hasten back to Ishgard. Yes, please. Oh, wait. What else do you have to say?
I applaud you and your companions on a battle well fought. We knights do not forget the bravery shown by our ally.
I don't believe you.
They don't forget, but they don't reciprocate unless it benefits them specifically.
Yep. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Astrologicum.
La Habrea probably took one look at the place and was like,
I don't need to fuck with this place. It's already bad enough as it is.
And he can't even remember why.
Fucking have
he
a
doesn't wanna
different line,
this.
please? God, lady.
Nah,
Get it.
she's brooding. She's fucking brooding.
You could brood and have more than one line.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
Moments ago, we received a missive from the commander of my father's guard. He thanked us again for our assistance in Hemlock and has formally requested that Lady Leveva train several of his knights in Charlian astrology. The vault, however, remains silent, and I believe that this silence to be calculated. If the edict issues for Lady Leveva's extradition has arrived, they need only turn a blind eye to Sylvester's actions until he has spirited the lady from the realm, and people simply forget that she was ever here. But we are not going to let that happen, are we, my lady?
I am sorry, Shanna Kennard, but I no longer see how we cannot. Sylvester has my grandfather, and he has threatened to take my mother. And he now has the one thing that could have saved them both. My father's journal. No, Shanna Kennard, I cannot deny my fate any longer. I've done several readings since I returned, and every one is the same. Deceit, manipulation, submission. My path is clear. You, however, can carry on. Sylvester has no authority over you, or you, Grusha. See that my father's dream is fulfilled. Promise me that much.
I shall promise you that and more, my lady. Quimperane and I will see you to the place of meeting, and do whatever possible to make certain that this Sylvester keeps his word.
You know that by attending me, you put yourself in danger. He has shown he will not hesitate to kill anyone who stands in his way. And now that he knows I know of his involvement in my father's death. But still you would stand by my side in my last moments in Eorzea. I do not deserve friends such as you.
You know, I feel like... I can't say this for certain because I have, like, the memory of a goldfish, and at the end of every stream I hit myself really hard with a rock and forget everything that just happened. But I feel like this questline has a lot more, like, really long text bubbles. Like, maybe my opinion will change when we get to Dark Knight and we see what that has to going for it, but I don't know.
Well, you see, this is how they hinted at it being what Urianger uses after his Arcanist. Because in these quests, they use 10 words where one would suffice.
I suppose so, huh?
I am just kind of pulling that out of my ass, but anyway.
Hey, whatever works.
Ruja. Aether is the building block of all that surrounds us, meaning that everything is connected. Someone closely attuned with that aether can, in a sense, link themselves with others, feeling their joy, feeling their pain. Scholars of the soul call this empathy. Crystal gazers and card readers call it the Wheel of Fortune. We astrologians call it collective unconsciousness. Whatever you call it, I feel that bond with you. Both of you. Thank you.
Persona reference? I wake up, I stand up, I activate my big bubble move, hiya! Anyway.
There's no other path for me to take. If I do not give myself up, I will be putting the only family I have left in danger. And I cannot bear such a burden. You may accompany me if you wish, but know that by doing so, you put yourself in grave danger for no reason other than your pride.
I do that a lot. The hands of fate. Janquinard and Lady Leveva appear to be ready to depart, with or without you. I'm quite aware that the mere notion of accompanying Leveva to the answering quarter is bordering on absurd, but I cannot, in good faith, abandon our good friend in her time of need, not after all we have been through. I am joyed to see that you have come to the same conclusion as well.
You two are foolish, but I would not trade friends such as you for all the gold in the Aurum Vale. Leveva? I don't know how to break this to you, girlie.
Common misconception. Yeah, see, but there is no gold in the... My lady, may I ask you to entertain a second option? You said that your father's diary contained a document which implicates Sylvester in Rufin's murder. What if, and I fully understand the enormity of this, but what if Sylvester has yet to lay eyes on that document? Suppose he only took the diary to provoke you. If we could somehow retrieve it before you boarded his airship.
Well, that rather sounds like a job for this dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss.
Yeah.
Then we would have a bargaining chip of our own. But this man is the leader of the bibliotheques. Their sole purpose in life is the hoarding of knowledge. Of course he read the diary. And knowing Sylvester, the document would have been set to flame the moment he discovered it. Unless we told him that there was another document. One that I removed from the diary to have examined. One that was not in the diary when we stole it. Of course there is no such page, but it would be easy enough to draft something up from the memory of what I saw. Something that would appear official from a distance. It just might work. Though there is always the chance he may simply attempt to take the document by force. Were that to happen, we would be fortunate to escape with our lives. Sylvester is a formidable astrologian. Some say he even possesses the power to stop time. Yeah, we already beat up an Ascian who could do that, so,
Yep. But I thought those were only... No, we mustn't think of that. There's little time left before the scheduled meeting in the answering quarter. Lady Liveva's plan is all we have. If we are to save both her and her family, we must act, and trust that the stars will guide us to victory.
You know, deceit, manipulation, and given how these things go, his eventual submission.
There is little time, Ruja. If we are late to the arranged meeting place in the answering quarter, who knows what Sylvester will do to Professor Mace or Lady Liveva's mother, who is not named, because she's not important. Because when are mothers important, other than when they're dead? Oh, right, oh my god, we're actually going out to Idleshire. That's crazy. Where the fuck is the exit? This way.
It is a dark and stormy night.
It sure is.
A perfect backdrop to what is about to unfold.
That it is. I think I actually want to go this way, right? Because this is the answering quarter. Doesn't really matter.
Well, they couldn't have it in Needleshire because, you know, actual sane people in Needleshire. And very painful gobby massage.
Hello. What happened here? This is what happens when you don't do maintenance.
This is where my people lived. Where my father was born and raised. Where he became an astrologian. Where he took his first steps on the path that would lead us all here. He was not a Charlene, not even Huron. He was an Eorz, like Shanna Kennard and Pimperling. And you, Roja.
Raising my hand.
Even though you're...
Not from Eorzea.
Yeah.
That is a unique thing for me, specifically.
Well, I mean, for Dallin, too, because
yes,
he's,
I suppose, but, I mean, I say unique in the sense that, like, they intend... This was written before, like, races from outside of Eorzea were really... Well, not really, even, because Aura, but whatever, don't worry about it. Shut up. Nigh on 15 summers have come and gone since I last set foot on the paths of contemplation, yet this place appears as that it hasn't been inhabited for centuries.
Nature's greatest of levelers, gentlemen. She provides us with what we need, but when we are done with it, she's quick to take back what is, and always has been, rightfully hers. There is still time before Sylvester is to arrive. I would like to take a walk and see where my father lives. Just knowing that I
Oh, sorry.
tread the same ground as he may grant my mind peace.
You couldn't have fucking broken that one up into two bubbles? Like,
No,
God,
of course
dude.
not.
Just do it, please. Well, then I might suggest a rooftop garden directly to the south of here. Your father and I would spend many a night gazing up there at the stars and prattling on about our dreams into the small hours. It is where he first told me about your mother. Your birth mother, not the aunt who cared for you after Lady Bird died in labor, and the child she was carrying. Oh, is that another lore drop that we should know? Whatever.
What, that Leveva's mother was named Bird and that it's actually her aunt, not her mom? Well,
Yeah. Don't worry about that. That's not important. Once again, mothers are not important.
unless
Because
they're dead.
moms don't do anything. And even when they are dead, they're still not important.
Yeah.
What? I already said that. Not all of the conversations Rufin and I had were pleasant. He was a fiery spirit who, once an idea filled his head, would make it his whole life, regardless of how outlandish it was. Reintroducing Charlene astrology to Erzur was one such idea. I was against it at first, knowing firsthand how traditionalist the people of my city-state were, but your father overwhelmed me with his passion, and it was not long before I, too, found myself a disciple of his vision. We get it, you're bisexual, man.
I wonder if my father knew that one day I would be here, standing under the same sky he did.
It's all the same sky. I hate to tell you this.
Well, I don't know. It looks a lot cooler in Thanalan than it does here.
I guess.
Did he know that he would have a daughter who was as stubborn as he? A daughter who put her life and the lives of those she loved in danger because of an unfulfilled dream?
What the fuck are you looking at me for? I don't know.
I think he did. And I think if he were here now, he would be proud. Proud that I at least tried. Proud that I did not let fate control me, but that I rather walked hand in hand with that fate down a path my father left. Not only for me, but for all those who would carry their hearts the same dream.
I believe he would be as well, Lady Leveva. Though I did not fully realize it until recently. These past moons, it has been as if Rufin was here by my side once again. The passion, the stubbornness, the talent. I do not think he would stand idly by as Sylvester had his way, and so I believe neither should we.
Thank you, Shannon. I know I have been hard on you, but it is only because you are an incompetent astrologian with an aversion to training. Not because you are anything but a good man. And a good friend. Now, let us see what the stars have in mind for us today.
But I'm not that anymore, right? Sure, man. I think he could probably answer that question for himself. Oh, looks like this is gonna go well. That's the aura of things going well, as you can see. You may keep your readings to yourself. No offense, my lady, but the only thing that shall be guiding me tonight is my obligation to Lady Leveva. That and my blade. Fate is but a suggestion. Remember that.
Sylvester is not a man to be late. He will be here.
Oh, with some goons, as usual.
Always the goons.
Ah, ever so predictable, Leveva. I'm sorry to inform you there's been a change of plans. There would be no return to your homeland, no tear-filled reunion with your grandfather, no trial, only a sentence. That sentence shall be carried out here by mine hand. You see, after reading your father's diary, it became clear to me that you and your wretched friends know too much. You would not believe how long I've been searching for that document. The last one that connected me to your father's unfortunate accident. I tracked down and had all the others destroyed, but this one has eluded me for almost 2 decades.
The last? Jen, Luja. It appears we are left with but a single path.
There was only ever one, my lady, and we shall see it to the end. Okay, here we go.
Thanks are in order, Leveva. By ignoring my directions to come alone, you have saved me the effort of tracking down each and every one of you individually.
Silence! Oh, damn, those guys were bitches. Oh, I guess there's more of them.
Of course they're bitches, because there's more of them.
Hey, that motherfucker looks like a healer. Why would they not... Why would this healer in this duty not also be an astral merchant, by the way? That's such a missed opportunity.
If you barbarians are one thing, it is brave. I shall give you that. Bravery, however, is the blunt end of the blunt blade of the foolish and the weak. Let me show you why the barbarians cannot be allowed to have this knowledge.
Oh. Oh god, he's summoning Grand Blue Arcanum. Those Arcanum, they're not right. I sense forbidden magics. Hurry and destroy them. The power they draw from the constellations is too much. Morning star rises from the east, granting me strength. Okay, we did it. Alright, now beat the shit out of them.
A malefic descendant from the west, granting me knowledge.
He might have more to say, but I think we're just gonna kill him.
The soul of the benefic shineth in the south, granting me life.
Oh, not for long. See you later, dickhead.
Have a nice ball, bitch.
Wait, if you wish to see your grandfather live, you will not kill me.
Miserable politician. That was never our intention, Sylvester. No. I only wish to ask a few simple favors. The first being the return of my father's diary. You will then send word back to the old world to have my grandfather released immediately. And finally, you will return to Charlian and report to the Forum that I have disappeared and am presumed deceased. Fail to do these things, and I shall tell the Forum all I know of your involvement in my father's death. I doubt they will be as generous with their mercy as I.
And what? You shall remain here and continue to spread our knowledge across this worm-eaten realm like it was a sweet cream butter? You don't know what you do. The barbarians of this realm have shown that they can only use knowledge to destroy each other. They corrupt it, they lessen it, and they forget it. They never once have shown they are worthy of the knowledge they so defile.
Yeah, you're not worthy of it either, bitch.
Fuck you.
And yet you would still give it to them. Oh, very well, I shall do you as you ask, Mama. But know that the Forum is ever listening, ever watchful. Should you continue your escapades here in Ishgard, they will find out. And they will send others until they have succeeded where I have failed.
I like that both Astrologian quests end with you blackmailing the shit out of your antagonists.
Then you'd best make certain they do not. You are a powerful man who also happens to be a master of lies and deceit. You know, a politician. I pray the task should not prove too difficult, and if it does, well then, I can always show them what manner of a man you truly are.
I do not think there will be any need for that. Sylvester, however wicked, is not a fool. He will not sacrifice what he has spent the past 2 decades building over a girl he, even with his back to the cobbles, sees as an inferior. Especially if you have offered him a means of accomplishing it without causing him to lose face. His pride, of course, will ache, but it's not a little wine cannot cure. Wow. Look at that.
You are right, Jean Canard. Something I never thought I would admit. At least out loud.
So, does this mean you will remain in the sea and continue your teachings?
Of course I will. There is the pending contract with House Durandare, my obligations to the Convictors and the Hunters of Tailfeather, and then, of course, there is the matter of your incomplete training. If memory serves me, you have still only opened half of the Heaven's Gates.
That is actually true. Bro hasn't even fucking finished the 30 to 50 quests. Oh god. What was that fucking noise?
Ain't got a clue.
Truth be told, I have no idea how we survived that battle. Think of the moment. Think of it a moment. Sylvester could stop time. Perhaps fate has stronger pull than I imagined, or perhaps I have merely evolved into an all-powerful astrologian. Likely the former. You may recall a time where I pulled Milady aside and spoke of how I did not trust my master's heathen magics. Well, I still do not trust his, but Lady Leveva's and yours? A man my age should not have lasted a half-bell in that last battle. Hell, I still cannot believe we fended off those pirates in Limsa Lominsa. I could not have survived this long without you, Lady Rusha. Should you ever have need of my sword, you need only ask.
Well, things did not go completely as planned, but we arrived at the fate intended for us nonetheless. You know, the one that spoke of deceit, manipulation,
yeah.
and
submission.
submission. Now the question is, what do we do with this fate we have been granted? I believe this warrants another reading, but perhaps after we've had a bite to eat.
Yes, I agree. Alright. We can finish this and move on to Dark Knight, which might actually be a little long. So this might be a full 4 hour. Because we're getting close, or maybe not full 4 hour, but like close to it at the very least. My god, Luffy Monkey. That's the same line. Say something different, dickhead.
With what budget?
Whatever. Ah, Ruja, you were just in time to greet the Athenium's newest member. May I present you with Lord Rufin?
Why the surprise? Ah, but I believe I know the answer. Your senses are doubtless reeling from having witnessed poor Lady Leveva's tragic end in the hinterland. Wink. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Contrary to popular opinion, I was not merely on a long, winding journey that has finally brought me back to Ishgard, so that I may teach the secrets of Charlian astrology once again. I mean to show the people that faith is a path that need not be walked in darkness, but the stars can be used to light the way.
Cool.
And my first lesson? That those who oppose this celestial guidance find that their foes burning on and on with.
Great, I guess. We had fun here. Yay, and I know how to do, the
bomb!
Yeah, that one. I can do this now. Hiya! Let's see. Welcome back, Rouge. It's always a pleasure to see you in the Athenium. Things have been quite hectic as of late, with Lord Rufin traveling about the countryside, preaching the merits of our field. Why, the number of applications for Noviate positions has increased tenfold over the past moon, and now the Observatorium has begun requested reports on domicile, modality, cadence. Dare I say we needn't wait much longer for the day when Charlian and Ishgardian astrologies have joined back together as one. I may have been hasty in my judgment of Charlian astrology, as it appears more than simple fortune-telling. In between her training of House Durandare Knights, Lord Rufin has been traveling the countryside, visiting camps and outposts, doling out succor to those in need, spreading the word of Charlian astrology without actually saying a word. And Lord Jean Quinard, little has changed. He still comes in after the zenith and leaves before the 16th bell. But there are times I catch him practicing a spell or two when he believes no one is watching. Perhaps I was wrong to judge him, as perhaps I was wrong to judge Charlian astrology. Nope, that's the name. That's not the same thing. Lord Rufin's activities around the realm has resulted in increased awareness of Charlian astrology, making it much more accepted among the public. Interest in the field has become so great that the Holy See cannot simply brush it under the broom. So, instead they allow it, if only so they can keep a close eye on it. That's the same. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. We also offer training in Charlian astrology, a school of star reading not formally recognized by the Athenium, the Observatorium, or the Holy See, but no longer fully opposed by them either. Training is overseen by both Lord Jean Quinard and Lord Ruffin, but mostly Lord Ruffin. At least you did not used to. As of late, however, there are many, both low and noble-born, who have begun to take up the discipline. Times are changing, and I know not whether to be happy or scared to have been witness to it all. A lot of dialogue updates around here. Would you like to read her?
Lord Ruffin will soon find that her disguise has not fooled anyone. A quick cut and tousle doesn't change the fact her hair is still purple.
Your hair is fucking green! Anyway.
Yes, but I am an Ishgardian. I am superior in all ways.
Whatever, lady. Would you believe that the Observatorium has requested the drafting of new constellation-based celestial charts to supplement those we have used for the past 4 centuries? Of course you would. It was you and Lord Janquinard who started this chaos. Hey man, why don't you suck my cock? How about that, huh? Take a look at that star sign, dickhead.
The Athenium headmaster has ordered me to begin training in Charlian astrology. What, I asked, did I do to deserve this fate? Don't you tell me Charlian astrology can show me the answer.
Fuck you!
They're Ishgardians. There's no redeeming quality about them.
That's right. Alright, it's Dork Night time. I think I still have my... Yeah, I have my glam on, so it's fine. This one. Okay. As we go. Alright, so, where last we left off, we fought off like a dude. We fought off ourself. We faced ourself. We obtained our persona. We learned that Yuri Lowenthal would not be returning to reprise his role as Yosuke. Nor...
Which sucks.
Yep. I mean, it does, but, you know. The real thing we're curious to see is if they'll let us be gay, or if they'll leave that for DLC. The Wages of Mercy. Shifting uneasily from side to side, the Temple Knight struggles to meet your gaze. It would seem, madam, that my comrades have misjudged you. I realize this now, having witnessed the lengths to which Lord Drillmont will go for your sake. There can be no doubt that you are a true friend to Ishgard, which is fortunate, as we have urgent need of one with your skills. Pray accompany me to Behemoth's dominance at once. Okay. Behemoth!
Behemoth! Pararara. Behemoth. Big meteor.
Here we are. Hello. There is a demon among us, madam, a fiend which cannot be suffered to live. Lord Drillmont may be willing to let a dangerous vigilante roam free, but we are not so foolish. What sort of hero maims and murders knights sworns as a holy see? None I know plenty, actually. A lot of them are dickheads. A heretic you are, and a heretic you shall die! Hi. Have we met,
These
by
guys
the
are
way?
just
I'm...
salty that straight pride isn't a thing.
Can I just mention, by the way, that I am the Warrior of Light? Just throwing that out there. Hey, man.
The unflinching knight, who has by now flinched severely.
What the fuck was that for? Vile fiend! Do not think you can conceal your true nature from them forever. We will expose you for the abomination you are. I swear it! Wielder of dark arts, consort of dragons, I will bring you to justice even if it costs me my life. Oh boy, I think this is me. Oh, I'm just gonna read this one normally until we know who it is. Shall we oblige him then? There he is! Oh boy, I have been dreading this day for 1,000,000 years.
Well, are you gonna kill him, or should I?
What do you think of my Sid voice? You think it's a good idea?
I would have gone more like Devil May Cry, kind of.
We already... Well, he's not... Well, first of all, he's not cool enough to be Devil May Cry, and also...
That hair, that is obviously... Like, you've got the fucking DMC4 Nero-ish hair. You've
But
got
here's the thing.
edgy, you've got depressed.
Not... Well...
And you've got assumed a demon anyways.
However, there's already somebody who is Dante. And they're much more deserving, and it's Zarun Tia. So this guy gets to be Batman instead.
Okay.
You're one of them too, aren't you? This is the part where you beg for your life.
Leave these lands if you value your lives. We will not show you mercy again. Merci. Get it? Because it's French?
I pray you do not make a habit of following men plotting to kill you into secluded areas.
It's one of my favorite habits, unfortunately.
Or did you learn not from Frey?
He was real!
So you do know of him. I thought him fallen at the trial, but I heard whispers of a woman's seed wielding his sword in battle. So tell me, what became of him? How did you learn the arts?
I think his ghost was teaching me for the first half of it, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't even think it was ever that. I think we made him up.
By the gods. Though, now that I think on it, 'tis not the first time I'd heard such a tale.
Really?
You know, I think Sidrugu is,
Stupid?
well, that, but also the first Zayla aura we've encountered. Because Yugiri and Dallin are both rain.
You might be right, yeah.
We who consort with the darkness are never truly whole. There will ever be a part of us yearning to be free. We trained together, Frey and I. We fought a little bit on the side, you know. His was a strength beyond reckoning, but alas, it was not enough. It warms my heart to see that you carry on his legacy. Even though you're a woman, that's fine too, I guess. That you have learned as much as you have with only a soul crystal to guide you, bespeaks your potential.
Now, Batman's a feminist.
You're right, this isn't Batman, this is Rorschach.
There's a matter I would discuss with you, but not here. My name is Sidurgu.
Wait.
Sorry, Sidurgu. Sidurgu, thank you. Pray look for me at the Forgotten Night in Ishgard. You'll know me. I'm the big fucking guy in horrible black spiky armor, and also the only Aura.
I'm gonna go fill up my water again real quick, just in case. No reason in particular, you know?
And just as a reminder, well...
Why did I teleport to Idleshire?
Lamau. As a reminder, Dark Knight is one of Dallin's canon classes. Well, jobs. Yata?
Alright. I'm back. Forgotten Knight. Oh wait, I might actually not be back. As soon as we finish this, I gotta go take a piss. The problem with drinking lots of water in order to make sure that your voice, doing your stupid Batman voice, doesn't kill you, is you also have to piss. Alright, it's your turn.
Are you a friend of Sid's?
No, not really. I mean, kind of, I guess.
Given the circumstances under which you embarked this path, I fear you do not yet understand what it means to be a Dark Knight. The first of us bared steel against one of the clergy, this is true. He sacrificed everything he once held dear in the name of justice. So must all who would walk in his footsteps. Mayhap you think this will earn you the love of the common man. You're wrong. To many you will forever be a criminal, a fiend who sows chaos and discord. Nitro. These people will listen to the lies of our enemies. They will do their utmost to cast you out, or worse, as they did to Frey. If you are not prepared to deal with these consequences, then surrender your sword and soul crystal to me now.
Hey, who's the fucking kid?
You claim conviction, but your actions speak otherwise.
What?
You spared a man who tried to murder you. Mercy, some would call it. Idiocy, I name it. Aye, that's right. I followed him and gave him the mercy he truly deserved. Look at me, Ruja. Tell me what you see. The first Ishgardians to encounter our Saldravanians. We had fled Garlamad's armies only to come to a land where we were mistaken for another nation's mortal enemy. They bared steel and came to kill us, but we did not die so easily. We spared them and set them on their way. And how do you think they repaid our kindness? With fire and blood, Ruja. With death for every man, woman, and child. Make no mistake. These are the wages of mercy. If you would walk the path, then you must accept this truth, for your enemies already have.
Can you please explain to me who the fucking kid is? It's so funny that he doesn't even introduce you to her. And you're just like, why is she here? Alright, I'm gonna go piss. I'll be right back.
So here's a free bit of unsolicited advice, chat. If you make a sandwich and you're using sliced fruit as one of the fillings, it will not stay put even if the other filling is peanut butter. So you've got to be very careful. Is it good? Yes. But you're still dealing with slices of strawberry trying to slide out of your sandwich, which can be very annoying.
Okay, we're back. The maiden and the knight and the maiden fair. Sidurgu would entreat a fellow Dark Knight for aid.
I see you yet walk the path, Ruja, and it's well that you do. This is a matter I can discuss only with another Dark Knight. Swear to me that you will not speak of it to no one else, or that you will speak of it to no one else.
Sure.
Thank you. Then I shall begin at the beginning. Our master, in his final moments, spoke to Frey and me in riddles. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths the flame endures. Submit to the flame, and harness the abyss. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. And so we carried on following the creed, until one day, we found her. I think she's trying to shoot lasers into my brain. Go on, Riel, she can be trusted.
Alright. Alona's blessings be upon you, miss.
It's very polite of you. Thank you, young lady.
Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of Temple Knights at the time, who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issue with that, and chose to intervene. We went to ground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Ruja. Not from the Temple Knights, not by myself. I'm not even sure why they seek her. Only that should I fail, her life is forfeit. Help me, Ruja, and I shall share with you my arts. And when we have reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Then it is settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. What kind of fucked up family has a mom and a dad? Awful. Should only be 2 moms or 2 dads. That's the traditional way to do it. Don't you have something to say to Rouge Riel?
Fortnite.
Although technically it was supposed to be a multi-generational family in one household, so that childcare was spread evenly across everyone and it wasn't a full-time job for one parent or the other.
That's true. By the way, that should have been where the previous quest ended. Just saying.
Meanwhile, Riel's just like, red beams in the crib.
Talk to her a little. Ask her about herself. I can't be bothered.
Yes?
Why did the Temple Knights want to hurt you?
They said I was an abomination. That I had to die to atone for my sins.
Where are your parents? What do you think of this dickhead?
He doesn't talk as much, not since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word. Other times... But I know he would never hurt me.
Okay.
Excuse me. Ruja, was it?
Yeah, that's me.
Hello, Tut Boy. Hello. My little guy. You'll look after Sid too, won't you?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. That puts my mind at ease.
Right, that's enough of that. To more important matters. Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Riel. They seem to believe that something is wrong with her, but for the life of me, I cannot imagine what it could be. She's missing all of her scales and her tail. Her horns fell off. It's horrifying. What happened to
Those
her?
are her ears, you dumb...
What do you mean? Is she not an Aura?
She's Nelizin, you idiot!
Speaking of which, what's wrong with your horns? Why are they green? However, there may be a way to find out. The other day, I overheard a curious tale from a House Hallianart Knight, returned recently from the Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patients' ether. So skilled were these healers that they could diagnose ailments with a glance. It may be not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cups. But even so, if there is a chance we could learn what, if aught, ails Riel, I would dare say we must take it. Let's go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. For Riel's sake, I say if we see if there's any truth to this rumor.
Did you know Frey too? He was a good teacher. And a friend.
Nope, I only talked to his corpse. My voice already hurts.
That's what you get for making him Batman.
Yeah. And you know what I could do is I could decide to change the voice too. Make it easier on myself.
Like, you could at least do acting serious Bruce Wayne or something. But
No, it's funnier if I do it this way.
It fucks up your voice more if you do it this way.
Whatever, I don't have to stream again for another 5 days or so. My job doesn't require speaking.
Although I hope you understand that during the entirety of Ruja's time dealing with Sudoku, Dallin is right there, just... like, these two are going at it like oil and water. Because, like, yeah, they're both sons of the steppe who lost everything, but... God, this guy's being an idiot.
Oh, speaking of Adam West Batman, hang on, I gotta...
Like, he'd be knocking Sudoku on the head, being like, those are... you know full well those are supposed to be ears, and she's not Ori!
Just want to throw that image up there. Alright.
Wasn't really cool like that. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Right then. The Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders, under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. I'm told they use Gastornis feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that would suffice. Rusha, I must ask that you prepare our offering while I look after Riel. Once you have it, we can journey to Vondu Oak Bundu together and entreat one of their healers to examine her. Temple Knights have eyes everywhere, Ruja. I dare not leave her unattended.
Yeah, dude, one of them's standing right next to you!
Please take care, Ruja.
It's really funny thinking about the fact that, like, Sid and Riel were, like, basically being hunted by the Temple Knights for a really long time. Despite the fact that, like, one of the Heavensward was fucking inside the the tavern and, like, didn't try anything. Like, hey, isn't that that one fucking criminal we're supposed to be catching? Whatever, I don't really care.
It's a matter beneath the notice of the Heavensward, especially when there's heresy afoot.
Yep, and none of the Temple Knights were sober enough to notice that Sidgru was there the whole time. I guess. When do I get my gap closer? Is it 54? Yeah, I guess Shadow Stride then. Unmend! Consider yourself unmended, dickhead.
He works as a bruiser, so not a bruiser, a bouncer sometimes. Gibberon gives him a break.
That would actually make sense. I think he would probably have to put on a different suit of armor, though. Because it's, like, insanely conspicuous.
Well, no, that just helps get the job done. So Gibberon's like, hey, yeah, no, that's a bonus. Keep doing you, dude.
I still feel like, even then, it would be very easy for the Temple Knights to be like, hey, I think that's the guy. I think we should arrest him right now. Who cares if he's working as a... It's not like we can't arrest him at a place of business. It's not GTA. It's GTI, Grand Theft Ishgard.
Well, here's the thing. If they were competent, they would have done so already. You'll recall that the headquarters of the Temple Knights is right next door.
That, you know, that is also true. I forgot about that. That's even funnier to think about. The best place to hide from the cops is the building right next to the police station. Hello.
What mistral gale blows Netherlings this far? Away with you! Away!
You know, by the way, Sid, I'm pretty tight with a group of, like, very friendly, Vanu, but whatever. Gastronus feathers. The colorful feathers of a baleful Gastronus. Look at these. Check that shit out.
Gastornis feathers. Netherling knows ways of the Vundu well. Let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece.
Hi, we want you to see what's fucking wrong with this kid we found.
She will do as we ask, Ruja.
I guess.
Bring forth the child, Netherlings. Let me look upon her face and know her heart.
Ruja, what's wrong with this aura you found? Why is it a big and feathered?
Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid.
I'm not even going to justify that one with a response. Yup, the Haka.
Drink of the winds, let thy soul take flight. Bathe in the mists and show me thy light. Come, come, show me thy light. What tempestuous winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you?
Speak plain, weird aura.
This is no child. This is... The Tramontane follows you, Netherlings. You cannot remain here. Be gone from our lands.
Wait, I don't... God damn it. Fuck! Ready your blade, Ruja. We've been followed. Over there. Someone's coming.
How did they find us?
You were standing right fucking next to a Temple Knight the entire time you were in Camp Cloud Top, dude. Like, I cannot stress this enough, you're not good at hiding.
Climb the ridge and stand watch. I'm staying with Rio. I'm gonna kill that fucking Gala cat.
You know that's 7 years of bad luck if you do, right?
Nothing would change for me.
Oh, hey guys. I like that these ones are specifically called Dishonored Temple Knights, so we can't be like... So they're like, look, these guys aren't actual Temple Knights, they're like mean, evil Temple Knights. Yeah, they're not real Temple Knights. The Temple Knights are good guys. Sure they are. Oh, nice, you killed 2. Nice job, buddy.
It really was then.
That should be the last of them. I've seen these ones about before. They don't answer the Lord Commander, or so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. Not for it then, back to Ishgard we go. Come along, Riel.
That reminds me, I want to make a... Sorry, I'm making a little thing here. Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna have that up on screen for now.
My little guy making such cute noises. Why does he sing the song of his people?
Any number of reasons.
Yeah.
Oop.
You're not hurt, are you?
I'm good.
I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple Knights. Murderers and thieves who drape themselves in the trappings of righteousness. Do you not see, Ruja? We are all that stands between them and their prey. There is no justice for these monsters save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins, I swear it. If I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will.
Ruja said, I wanted to thank you both for protecting me earlier, and apologize for getting you too hurt.
Hang on, I gotta...
Don't be foolish. You've not to apologize for it.
Look how he fucking turns away. This motherfucker is the most emotionally stunted dickhead in the universe.
Heavily traumatized.
In any case, at least we learned something of our enemy's motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling of what the healer meant by Great Spirit. Here, let me teach you how to salt the earth.
Check this shit out. Yeah, I did it.
Come back soon.
Please stop salting the earth. Kindred spirits. The word of the Vanu shaman yet trouble Sidguru. Or Sidurgu. I can't stop calling him Sidguru. From Despicable Me. Despicable Dark Knight.
So, A great spirit dwells within Riel, if that shaman is to be believed. We need answers, Ruja, and I can think of no one better to ask than those who commune with spirits regularly.
Okay, I can't do it anymore. Fuck, god damn it. I wanted to do it so bad.
I mean, at least you're not gonna, like, do Gru for it.
That was
Or are
option
you?
2. I'm just gonna do it normally.
Kind of Virgil.
Nah, he's not cool enough. I speak of Gridania's conjurers who can hear the voices of the Twelveswood, or so it is said. It's just as well. Frey told me she had an aptitude for their arts. What had taken him moons to learn, she mastered in days. Sometimes these talents run in the family, he said. Mayhap her ancestors were conjurers after a fashion. Whatever the reason, there's no guarantee it is related to what the shaman said, or why the Temple Knights wish her dead. If past experience is any indication, they will be tracking us the moment we leave the city. Not a question of if they will attack us, but when. But you will be ready for them, I see. Then let us be off. The road should be safe so far as Camp Dragonhead. We must learn more of Riel's condition. The conjurers of Gridania will surely have answers.
Are we going to see the Conjurers? Frey used to tell me stories of the famed. Sid said he would have won if they had let him keep his staff.
I do like the image of Frey being a white mage, or a conjurer, before he became a Dark Knight. It is kind of a pretty striking image, considering what conjurers usually are, versus, you know, what Dark Knights are. Natural progression of MMO healers? Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it?
How much further is it to Gridania? I've never been.
They're close. I can feel it. Stay with Riel. I'm gonna scout out the road near the observatorium. Follow at a distance. If they come, do whatever it takes to see her to safely inside the walls. Good. That's a promise.
Uh-oh. The aura of only good things.
Please be safe, Sid. I'm ready, Ruja. Whenever you are.
Okay. What the... Oh. Let's go
go
then.
then.
I don't see any...
See anyone?
Sorry. I forgot I'm reading those.
Yeah. Riel,
Okay.
the voiceless.
Yep. There they are. Summon the others. Oh, there they are. They found
Heavy
us.
entrance. Heavy entrance. Blah, blah, blah. Heavy infantry, but they're cavalry.
Heavy Caventry. Okay, well, that didn't work very well for you guys. Why are there still a level 36 Croc here?
It's probably more to prevent other players from interrupting your work.
But there aren't any other players. This is a duty.
Set dressing.
I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, we have ice elementals there too, so you know.
Yeah, but even still, right? Like... They could have just have it be a fate, you know? Surrender the girl. There's no escape. I think actually there very much is. Stay back, all of you. You fucking leg swept me, you dickhead. Don't do that.
Now, since Dark Knight is not a canon job of Rouge's, do you think she would have been involved in some of these events just because one of her own was involved?
Probably, yes. I
Yeah,
think,
'cause, I can see...
she would have gotten involved if, yeah, you'll live to regret this. Get away from us, I'm warning you. You're meddling in affairs beyond your ken. I don't know, man. I can ken pretty a lot. There are the gates, Rouge, just a little further.
Your Ken can kiss my Barbie. Yeah, because, like, as I said, Dark Knight is one of Dallin's canon jobs, so I can see him asking Rouge as a scholar to help out, especially in the escort process.
Also, we made it, Rouge, thank you.
And if Sudoku puts up a fuss, Dallin's just punching him in the face. You're not hurt, are you?
Rouge, thank the gods you're all right. Gah! I should have known they would strike when we were apart.
They're certain to return with reinforcements ere long. We must press south into Gridanian territory. Till we reach the city proper, we cannot be assured of safety. We leave now, Riel. You can rest once we reach Steelglade Fane. Oh my god, god damn it. I'm really stupid because I was writing this. There we go. As you can see, everybody, I'm basically illiterate. So I apologize that it took me so long to write that.
We're 14 players, what do you expect?
Yeah. Well, writing doesn't have anything to do with reading. Mostly.
A common misconception. At least the weather's nice. God, but could you imagine they're walking Riel to Gridania, tension covers the shroud, and then Dallin does the thing,
Yep.
and the first thing they hear is, God's fucking damn it, not again! And Rouge is just used to it. Sudoku
Well-
and Riel are like, what?
Used to it in the sense that she's seen it a lot. She's still always afraid, but that's not all that different.
Remember, kids, jog is now a thing.
That's right. Hi, Isumi. Why don't you take this one?
Rouge, you are come to continue your studies.
Obviously, that line is different if you are not a conjurer or white mage.
A great spirit, is it? If it please, I would examine this girl myself. It is the very least I can do for one who has ever been a friend of the Heavensward. Ah, but where are they?
Getting lost, probably, because of how cavernous this place is.
Or attacked,
Very
more
Gilmore.
likely. Oh, never mind, they made it.
Apologies our late arrival. Riel grew tired and I had to carry her part of the way.
I could have kept walking.
Our burdens need not be our own, child. There is no shame in sharing the weight.
Who's the boy? Why is the Zaura so short?
You know Aura can be short when they're kids, right?
Impossible.
Aha! I am Brother Esubian, master of this guild. And though you will labor to believe it, young man, I am several times your age.
You don't know. I could be like 80.
Talk shit about the Pajal one more time, Sidurgu. You must be Riel. Ruja has told me all about you. Pray come closer and take your ease. I ask that you close your eyes and listen to my words. Breathe deep. Feel the myriad life around you. Be as one with the world.
Well,
The Vanu shaman spoke true, after a fashion. Her spiritual presence belies her years.
It's crazy how often that happens, isn't it? This is like this isn't even the first time this guy in particular has been like, oh, a young girl with crazy spiritual power? Why does this keep happening?
Another Tuesday.
Yeah, another one, huh?
It is clearly not the product of training, rather an innate power with which she radiates, akin to that of the elementals, or the Dravanians.
you can't be serious. She's just a girl.
Yes, she is. Very special girl. Mayhap you are familiar with the tale of the boy and the dragon gay. Happy Pride, by the way, Rusha.
Yeah, that's what they called me and Frey.
I don't know what this guy's problem is, but... Your friend Dallin was right in punching him in the head.
No, I can't read.
Hardly surprising. The Archbishop declared it a heretic's tale, and with good cause. It is corruption of an older legend in which a man partakes of dragon blood, and in so doing becomes one himself. Rumor has it that heretics hold such rituals for this very purpose, and if there's truth in such tales, perchance she has ingested the blood of an ancient dragon.
What? She's not some half-crazed lunatic.
I make no accusations, only offer a possible explanation.
I should kill you for what you just said.
Moreover, who is to say that she did so knowingly?
You?
Excuse me, Pray, forgive me. I did not mean to cause you distress. 'Twas not my intention. You have nothing to fear, my child, for you are in perfect health, and blessed with several loyal guardians. Would that others could say the same. I think Riel would benefit from a brief respite before returning to Ishgard, unused to the rigors of the road as she is.
Hey, not to tell you how to do your job or anything, but surely we have explained to you that that this girl is being hunted by Ishgardians for being like an abomination or whatever. Can we not just give her refuge here?
Well, you'll recall that this is Gridania,
Yup.
aka second most racist place in Eorzea,
True, but she's an Ellison.
after Ishgard. And that you have to undergo the rigorous vetting process of Elemental said yes or no. And you never know if Ishgard's gonna be like, hey, you're harboring a fugitive, we want her back. So really the safest place for her technically that wouldn't be under any such jurisdiction would be either Thavner, Taral, 4 more donuts.
I still think that we can walk in and say, hey, I'm the fucking warrior of light. I saved your asses. Can you put this kid up for a little bit? Apparently Ishgard is trying to kill her for a crime we do not know. And if Ishgard says she's a fugitive, then they ask, what is her crime? And if they tell the truth, Gridania goes, you are insane. We are not giving her to you. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing... There are probably things I'm not seeing, but, whatever.
Why not show her to the Caroline canopy? Any old pie can do wonders for the soul.
Oh, sorry, that was me. Sorry, I zoned out. We thank you for your time.
Such a gentle soul. I can see why he is so fond of her.
Oh no, my oven went off. I'm gonna go put my food in. I will be right back.
Something off in the food. Off in cold food, out hot, eat food. Something.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, let's go get some food. Well said, buddy.
Fairy tales and fantasies. That's what he had to offer us. Heretics, I understand. But I expected better from the bloody head of the Conjurers Guild. And you. Why didn't you speak up for yourself?
What? Shut up.
Riel!
You know it's rude to talk with your mouth full, right?
Yeah,
There
it's
were
true.
no windows.
You know what?
walls
Just
of
for that one,
stone.
Sid, I'm giving you a -1. Fuck you, buddy. Do better.
There were no windows. Just walls of stone with little cracks to tempt your fingers, and iron bars colder than ice. I couldn't tell when it was raining, whether it was day or night. She didn't say I drank blood. All she said was, "It's better this way." At least if they catch me, they'll just kill me this time. That's dark. Can I finish my apple?
Go ahead. Yeah, that one was kind of on me, I won't lie.
Yeah?
It's not a sin if someone made you do it.
I didn't.
I won't let them hurt you.
I know.
You want another one?
No, thank you.
Right then. Keep an eye on her until she's finished eating, would you? I could do with some fresh air.
Damn, Sudoku, you are bad with kids.
Oh yeah. Real bad. Oh god, I thought she disappeared. I was like, no! Not again! Hang on, let me see if he's actually out here. Just out of curiosity. I doubt it, but...
I mean, he might be on the balcony.
Yeah.
Or closer to the,
It's possible. Let's look around. Put my GOG back
that
on.
loser.
Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh well. Damn, that shit was fucked up what he said, wasn't it?
Thank you for waiting with me, Rusha. Shall we go and find Sid?
Oh, okay, yeah, he just popped into existence for sure.
Do you need a moment?
Well, I've had my fill of the forest. Back to Ishgard then. I think Riel and I can manage on our own for now. Shall we? Sorry, I need you to take a drink of my water.
Whee! How did you guys get back here safely?
The apples were good, but maybe I should have tried the eel pie after all.
That was a blessedly uneventful journey. Mayhap the Temple Knights were still nursing the injuries you gave them. Riel was worried they might try to ambush you on the road, but I assure her you would be fine, especially because I returned. I didn't walk. Much apologize, Ruja. For all that you've done for us, I fear I have yet to adequately recompense you. I will continue to share with you what skills I can. Alas, I fear we need near the limits of my knowledge. I forgot how to plunge.
Someone jumped off the balcony. God damn it.
They always do.
Well, of course! I'm not gonna fucking walk down the stairs. That takes time.
And you want to know who it was? I can tell you exactly who it was. It was
Was it that
Mao
one?
Mao Jinshi. They've been making circuits the entire time.
Amazing. Original sins. Sidurgu recognizes that desperate times calls for desperate measures.
I've been thinking, Ruja.
Oh,
The
that's
Pagel-
dangerous.
Oh, yeah, especially for this guy. The Pagel likened Ruja's spiritual presence to that of a Dravanian, hence why he suggested she had partaken of dragon blood. Regardless of the cause, if she does hold some affinity with dragons, she'll never be safe here in Ishgard. If being the operative word, of course. We need to know for certain, which means we must parley with the Dravanian. Hey, great news, man. Will not be easy, I realize. Dravanians are not wont to entertain outsiders, especially ones hailing from Ishgard. I know a guy. A gal.
Keep it off here.
You've spoken with their leaders?
Beg pardon, I did not think you'd so readily admit it. Well, well, pray lead the way, Ruja.
Ever since you joined us, we visited so many new places.
Normally we just stand here in this corner all day.
I'm sure Frey would have enjoyed it too.
I pray this Vidofnir can give us the answers we seek.
I admit, I'm kind of disappointed in the reprimand emote for... Because, like, it looks so much better when I do it on my main.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, some races are blessed with better emotes than others, and some races are Viera, and which are bad. They're just not good. Do you want to take Vidofnir, or should I do it? Say again?
I can be Vidofnir.
Okay.
I've never seen a dragon up close before. They're so big.
It's true.
She is rather large, isn't she? What a weird-looking aura.
Thou keepest curious company, mortal.
What a weird-looking Dravanian. Why is it so small?
I see. Though I trust in thy words, thy companions are unknown. A token, then, for them to declare their intent. I would have them gather up Gronalm in Avalonia Fallen and bring it to me. But where the beasts which are drawn by their fragrance? Thou must prepare an offering of Gronalm. Only then shall we speak of other things.
So dragons like flowers, just like we do.
Right then, gathering flowers for a dragon. No point in questioning it.
Riel and I will search the lands north of here together. You can take the south. Doubtless she has her reasons. I merely wish I was privy to them.
We don't owe you answers, boy.
Maybe she just likes flowers. You don't know.
Crickets.
Mm-hmm. Bees! There's even a lot of them, I would say.
Piloting a skeleton encased in honey, so I think we should be fine killing these.
Yeah, that's true.
In darkness blooms the spider lily.
Sorry, I'm just reading my, the post that I talked about during the last Dark Knight thing. There's a chance we might not have time to read it, because it is fairly long. Even though we read half of it last time, but, you know.
Such fragile, fleeting creations. Bring them close, mortal, that I may breathe deep of their essence.
Okay. Gran Alm, a Dravanian forelands flower whose dragon-speak name roughly translates into calming tree. Oh, we're helping you get high, I understand.
That which passeth into death liveth on in memory. One prepareth now for the journey. Bid farewell to her and mourn, and find the answer thou seekest. If thou wouldst know the legacy of the child, then seek the ancient one in mourn.
Okay.
The dragon corpse that we can interact with, but it will never say anything ever.
Yeah, because it's a corpse. Oh, wait.
There she is.
Hi, you look like you're actually doing fine.
Let me linger a while longer, Hunter. Soon my soul shall take wing.
Look at this.
I shall miss this. Vidofnir bade you come to me. His scent entwined. Ah, I see now. We seek no quarrel, Ancient One, only answers. Come forward, child.
Uh-oh, my dinner's ready.
Okay. Oh, God!
That sounded a little like a fire alarm. Smoke detector.
I'm so sorry about that, everybody. Fucking man. Okay, well, it's off, at least. I'm so sorry. Did people hear that? I assume
A
so.
smidgen. Like the first note.
Okay, well, then, that's fine. I might rewatch the video and see if that's too loud, and see if I might need to edit that down a little bit, because, that was fucking piercing as shit to me, so... Anyway.
This is their job.
Yeah, I know. There you are, my beloved. How long hath it been since we soared through the mists?
What did you say?
Silence, Dark One. He liveth on in you, child. The blood of my beloved floweth strong in thy veins. Yet, mingled as it is, 'twas not thee who partook of his essence. Were it not so, thou wouldst have been overcome. Thy progenitors drank deep to spur their own becoming. Then it's true, and the Temple Knights knew. Then they will never stop. They cannot, even if we flee Ishgard, if we could but harness the Abyss. Thou speakest strange, Dark One. What dost thou seek? Didn't you listen? The Abyss. Oh. Shrouded in thy rancor, thou standeth apart from thy charge. Folly of youth. Even the tiny beings who frolic in the mists of Som all know a better way. What? Who? Oh, fuck. We have to go talk to the Moogles! No more, Dark One, no more. Farewell, child. Fly free for us.
I can't fly.
Goodbye. And thank you.
There's not more for us here. To Ishgard. Really? We can't rest at Annex Shrine for a little bit, please? Okay. Leave me to slumber, Dark One. My beloved singeth to me. Fucking return's not even ready yet.
The Moogles, at which point we go, piss off, Kupo.
That's right. Oh wait, that is a new line.
I see now.
Oh, there we go. This changes nothing. I swore an oath to protect her, and I mean to uphold it, no matter the cost. This is you.
So these are the knights who would defy the will of Halone. She's found us.
My lady surely knows she will find few friends here.
Blessed are we who abide in her grace, for we shall never be forsaken. One day I, Ystride de Caulilon, shall walk in her halls, and you shall answer for your deeds. Will you stand before her and claim you were righteous? That it was just to take so many lives in defense of that abomination?
Yeah, actually.
Repent of your sins and surrender it to me. The Fury may yet spare your souls.
So yours is the righteous cause? To condemn a girl to death for her parents' deeds? This is the will of Halone?
Yes. Yes, it is. If you will not see reason, even with full knowledge of the facts, then I make to you all a final offer. Submit to a trial by combat.
Wow, that's gone really well for...
that killed your friend.
That's gone really well for every single person who's been in a trial by combat with me.
Survive, and you may go in peace. Fall, and it is mine. Refuse, and I will put this tavern to the torch and have the heads of every man, woman, and child here. Anyone who dares harbor you will suffer the same, here or elsewhere. This I swear to you.
Okay, good luck. Would that we could settle this here and now, but I'd wager your men at the doors would take offense. As you wish, my lady. You shall have your trial.
I shall send a messenger with the details. Mother, wait! I should have had them cut out your tongue.
Very cool. Riel, what in the seven hells is going on? What's a mom?
She told them to take me. She said I wasn't hers, that I was...
Why didn't you tell me this was all your mother's doing? I bled for you. Frey died for you. We had a right to know.
I didn't mean for...
God's damn it all. Damn. You know what that sounds like to me, Sid? Sounds like another -1. He's not doing too well.
Fucking skill issue.
I don't think I want to leave you alone with the kid. Yay! I learned a Bysol Drain.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for anyone. For Frey to...
Yeah, it's true, actually. The flame in the abyss. An anger you know all too well smolders within Sid Grew. It took considerable effort, but at last I've learned the whole truth. Attend to me, Rouge, you have a right to know. For countless generations, the sons and daughters of House Collignant have pledged themselves to the church, so devoted to the faith they are. Many rose to positions of great prominence within the clergy, and for a time, Countess Ystride de Caulilon was poised to do the same, and when she and her husband celebrated the birth of their firstborn, the futures of the house seemed brighter than ever. That is, until years later, when the Inquisitors came. Informed gleaning during an interrogation had implicated her husband as a heretic. When the Countess confronted him with these allegations, he brought a vial to his lips and completed his transformation, one he proudly declared was decades in the making. The Temple Knight slew him as he tried to rip out her throat. Afterwards, she had Riel locked away in the deepest cell she could find. Madness. What monster thinks to find absolution in her daughter's death?
You mustn't go. She'll kill you.
No, I'll be fine, actually. She'll kill us anyway if we don't. I know what I'm doing, Riel. I have a plan. Rouge, recall you the dragon's words when we told her of our dark arts? She said there were tiny beings who knew a better way. If they can teach us how to harness the abyss, mayhap we can stand against Lady Ystride and her minions. Unfortunately, I haven't the foggiest who these tiny beings are. Actually... I do. I shall make inquiries, but I do not expect to learn much. If you can cover out of interest, pray send word.
Right then. A plan.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I kind of read that as like a little sassy, like, oh yeah, that's your plan, huh? Pretty good one, man. What's up, Mog Champ?
Well, if it isn't one of the new visitors from below, are you searching for something? If so, just ask. I pride myself on being the second most well-informed Moogle here, Kupo.
Do you know the dark arts?
My, that's a rather grim way of living, isn't it? I can't say I've ever heard of knights so infatuated with darkness. However, I think I might know why she bade you visit us. Go ahead and fetch your friends. We have an awful lot to talk about, Kupo.
I swear to fucking God, if you make me teleport back to Ishgard immediately after I fucking teleported here, I'm gonna kill you.
I'll pop your fucking palm in my fist.
Good. Thank God. I was gonna be mad, dude. I don't remember how some of these quests go. I was gonna be fucking mad.
Welcome to Moghome, Kupo. The little one must be Riel, which makes the big one Sid, right?
Yes. I presume you're one of the tiny beings of whom the dragon spoke. What is with all the fucked up Aura in this continent? What's going on with you guys?
Dot.
Riel, say something to the Moogle. Riel.
She's asleep.
Riel.
I'm sick of this charade. You tell me to talk, but then you refuse to listen. You tell me you're doing this for me, but then you go on about darkness and the abyss. Am I supposed to be grateful when you come back covered in blood? When I put you back together so you can do it again?
Yeah.
You dragged me halfway across the world so you can discover a new way to kill yourself, and you tell me it's for my sake. Why are we here, Sudoku? Tell me the real reason.
I don't think he actually knows.
Riel, of course it's for your sake.
Well, you've certainly had a lot of practice saying it, haven't you? I'm sure the next fair maiden will appreciate it.
What are you saying? It's not like that, Riel. I know Aura men have a reputation for liking a specific age of person, but it's not me. And you, say something, damn you! What? Fuck you.
I think I'm beginning to understand this whole darkness concept, Kupo. Harnessing the power of your emotions or some such, yes? I'm reminded of an ancient legend about a Moogle named Mog. Rather simple name, I know. But those were simpler times, Kupo. Anyway, Mog had a penchant for dancing, and...
Wait. What does dancing have to do with the dark arts?
Everything, Kupo. Everything. The point is, your master was absolutely right when he told you to submit to the flame. You just never figured out what he meant by it.
Yeah, I know.
But better late than never, Kupo. Master Monkey will show you the way. First, you two Dark Knights will need to pull 4 sprigs of palmwort each. Hop to it, Kupo.
They're back at it again with their bullshit.
I fail to see what purpose this serves, but fine, you'll have your precious palmwort.
Oh, and Riel can stay here with us while you're away.
Let's go, Ruja. Wrong way, buddy. You gotta go the other way.
No one will be harnessing the darkness or the abyss or whatever until you bring me plenty of palmwort first, Kupo.
Look after him, will you?
No.
We'd really rather not, Riel.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Your patience with him astounds me.
Yeah. Especially considering, well, I mean, there's not a whole lot she can do, you know? She's a kid. But, well, you know.
And judging by that smoke, I reckon I know what the palmwort is.
Yeah, weed.
Fucking weed. Hussick. What a funny word.
Mm-hmm. It is a funny word.
These dandelion clouds remind me of the giant dandelions you could ride across Brass Chasm in White Knight Chronicle.
Or the big giant dandelions you ride in Gusty Garden Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii.
Exactly.
There you are, darkest dark one of the dark. Have you brought my palmwort?
Palmwort, a common weed whose seeds rattle inside their palm-like pods when dried.
Very, very nice, Kupo. That must have kept you busy for a while. For your next trial...
Oh no, Aurochs seeds. Ugh.
You must call Tully hands, Kupo. Rather, a lot of them have been sighted on the road to Asa. If you wait there long enough, they're sure to show up, Kupo. Riel? Oh, you needn't worry about her. She's off playing with some friends of mine, Kupo. Just focus on the trial and wait for me in Asa when you're finished. When you and Sid have finished calling those Tully hands, meet me in Asa, and I'll give you your next trial, Kupo.
Most obvious setup award goes to...
Yup. Ugh. If this turns into some Disney-style musical number, Dellen's leaving.
If this turns into a Disney-style musical number, this quest would actually be good. You know what? I'm sorry. That's not true. I think actually this quest is pretty good. Well, not this quest, but this quest line in general, I think is fine. I think this quest in particular is poorly positioned, to say the least. But, you know. What are you gonna do? Abyssal Dranye! There we go. Alright, let's see what Sidurgu's been forced to do. And then point and laugh at him. Oh, look, there's the aura of only good things. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, he's totally not ass up on the ground with Dallin beating the great shit out of him, cussing him out in several ways to Sunday.
Hi. What in the hells are we doing, Ruja? I don't know, man. What could Moogles possibly know about mastering the dark arts?
Wahaha, foolish fools.
Right then. What's all this?
While you two were busy gathering palmwort and slaying Tully hands, we kidnapped Riel, Kupo. Wahaha! Oh yes, Kupo, we've had so much playing together. Fun playing together. So much fun indeed, Kupo. So much fun that we thought we might keep her here forever. Wahahaha!
You wouldn't dare. Sid, you are taking this really seriously.
If you don't believe us, go and look. You'll never find her, Kupo. Not in a million years. She's ours, Kupo. You'll never see her again.
You furry little shits. Give her back to me now, or I swear I'll kill every last one of you and burn your village to cinders. Okay. Death.
Boys and girls of every age, would you like to see
Do
something
your worst,
strange?
Kupo. You miss Riel, Kupo. Well, too bad. She's our Riel now, Kupo. I'm gonna rip that palm off your head and shove it down your goddamn throat. Okay, man. A little uncalled for. Oh my, that's more than I'd... Oh, I should blood weapon. Delicious blood. In my weapon.
I appreciate the good King Mooglemon background, though.
I agree. Wah ha ha ha. Please tell me that was it. That would be so funny if it was. Okay, never mind.
Our turn, Kupo.
Yeah, I'm suffering.
Give her back. You just don't get it, Kupo. She's gone forever. Wah ha ha. No, not allowed. Forever, forever, forever.
Like, I get that pranking is the Moogle pastime, but some lines ought not be crossed.
Bit much if you ask me, Kupo. Yeah, I agree, actually. Doesn't matter how hard you fight
Now-
Kupo, you're never gonna see her again.
These
What, are you gonna
guys are
cry,
different from
Kupo?
the
Come
12
on then,
wood Kupo.
cry. Cry for me, Kupo. I think he is Kupo, look.
You gotta remember, the 12 wood Moogles
Brah.
emphasize the coup to the Po.
I'm gonna get out of that. I
These
think.
guys go Kupo. They put the emphasis on the Po.
Keep crying, Kupo. Keep.
Keep crying, Kupo.
This
Keep
isn't what I.
crying.
We done yet? Okay, now we're done.
Such devastation! This was not my intention, Kupo.
It was mine, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could really hurt someone carrying on like that, Kupo. That's the bloody point. Now tell me where she is if you want to live. Wait! Oh.
And that one's just napping.
Yeah, me too, man. Why do you want her back? Well, actually, why don't you take that one?
Why do you want your back so badly, Kupo?
What kind of question is that? You kidnapped her.
You don't seem to like having her around that much anyway, right? She's just a burden to you. So why do you care what happens to her?
Wait a minute! Who are you? I swore an oath to protect her. That's what we Dark Knights do. You think that'll give you the strength enough to protect her? Duty and honor? I'll tell you what you need, Kupo.
Oh no, I hear music.
Yep, that's right. Whence comes true strength to defend the meek? Is it honor? Is it justice? How bland? Could it be the darkness is born of a light, a flame burning for another? How grand! Tis love, all-powerful shining love. Let's fighting love. I don't know.
Oh man, it's a shame I can't do half the stuff you do with like the soundboards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's something I could have inserted there, but I can't. And it's like the first bit of season 2 of Binan Koko Chikyu Boebu Love's opening. Because it goes, love is power.
Yeah, that would fit.
Rather blunt, I admit, but subtlety doesn't seem to be your strong suit, Kupo.
How did you get there?
They followed.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Go on, Riel, say your piece.
I know you and Frey were trying to do right by your master. That you came to my defense because you believed that's what he would have wanted. And I know you only did that because you believed it would make you stronger. Because all you truly care about is killing more Temple Knights. I've seen how you look at them, how you curse them under your breath, how you relish every opportunity to cut them down. So don't tell me it's all been for me. Don't tell me that Frey died for me.
Just hits her. Everything I've done for my mother and father, for my master, and yes, most of all, for me.
Why I oughta Kupo?
I haven't been honest with you, nor myself, and for that I'm sorry. I will stand for you in this coming trial, but after, what happens will be your decision.
Good. That's a promise.
Hi.
Good to know you're it's finally getting through your thick head, Sid.
Excuse me. I burped. Hi, Riel.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry it had to come to this.
Fur-litter bastards had us fooled, huh? I mean, not me. I think I kind of knew what that happened.
What do you mean, we, paleface?
Yeah. White boy. Shame their wisdom is bollocks. I mean, really now, love? That's what you need to harness the abyss? I mean, I suppose there's something to be said for caring deeply for your charge, but no, I will not give those cretins even a sliver of credit. This was an utter waste of time, and that's that. Still, I am glad to have come to an understanding with Riel. We should return to Ishgard. The hour of the trial grows close. Come along, Riel. Whee!
It needed to be said.
It's true, it did. I was about Riel's age when I came to Ishgard. My parents, they said we'd find a better life here. When the Temple Knights we had shown mercy returned, they let us choose the order in which we would die. That would be their mercy to us, they declared. I watched my parents kneel in the dirt. Look away, they said, but I could not. At last, when it was my turn, I knelt and prepared to follow them into death. I closed my eyes, but when I opened them, a man in black stood before me, hand outstretched, and so I took it. Defend the meek, punish the wicked. Mayhap it was but a convenient excuse to indulge in vengeance. She deserves better than me, but there's no one else. One more battle, Ruja. Let's see it done. Mayhap in this final battle I can serve as my master intended.
Alan, meanwhile, is just scolding Sudurgu.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't appreciate their help, but they really had no idea what they were singing about, did they?
No. Absolution. Sid seems strangely at peace for a change. Countless strides miss of arrival you were away. I wasn't away. We're to meet her in the Western Highlands, away from prying eyes. She's gone to great lengths to conceal her husband's deeds, so it comes as no surprise that she'd prefer to settle this in secret. Ruja, I don't know what's waiting for us out there, but if aught should happen to me, pray keep Riel safe. Right then, I believe she wanted a word with you before we left. Riel wanted to speak with you before we set out for the Western Highlands.
We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Rusha.
Trust me, I know.
I want you to know that I'm truly grateful for the time we shared. You, Sudurgu, and Frey taught me so much about the world. About what it means to fight for another. And what it means to fight for yourself. We're going to finish this together. The three of us.
Not else to say, really. To Twin Pools, then. Let's not keep the Countess waiting. Yeah? Are you guys gonna go? Best not neglect your preparations. I doubt the Temple Knights will let us come back for supplies. I'm ready to see her. Oh, sorry, that was you. Never mind. Whatever. Sorry. We're close to the end of the stream, so I wanna just... in my head, I was like, we gotta go. Excuse me. Now we go out to Twin Pools. Oh yeah, I suppose I could talk about this now real quick. So, I watched the Xbox game showcase thing, and there was some pretty cool stuff in there. I think it's really funny that once again, they refuse to show a fucking trailer for Silksong, and the only thing you ever get is like a couple seconds of sizzle reel footage of it. But at least they did say its name, which is really funny.
Yeah, just like, what, yesterday with the...
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it yesterday with the thing? Yeah, because like the only mention of it yesterday was the lead into the Deadpool VR.
Yeah, I didn't even see that because I just didn't watch that trailer. But regardless, the craziest thing to me about the Xbox Games Showcase was because so for every single one of these like showcases, there's always like a big game they show off as like the kicker at the very end, right? For like Sony's, it was like it was the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. For PC games, or for summer games, it was the RE9 trailer. And what did they do for the Xbox showcase? Call of Duty.
What?
Insane. Whose fucking idea was that? Like, genuinely. Who cares? Anyway. Your turn.
I wonder how many men will she bring to kill the abomination.
Not enough. Seems we're early. Well, not as though as I have pressing business elsewhere. Enjoy a moment's respite with me, Ruja? No. Fuck you. Die. Oh, 2 guys, huh? Okay.
You came. A wise decision. You have his eyes, his nose, his lips. Every time I look at you, I see more and more of him. And it sickens me.
Riel's not her father. You had no right to punish her for what he did.
Who are you to stand in judgment of me? I have every right. I bore that monster into this world. By the Fury, I shall send it to the 7th hell. If you're so bloody fond of it, you can follow it there.
It's just us now. No one else. Remember Frey's conjuring. Protect us, and we'll protect you.
Right then. I mean, technically they'd have Ruja as well, but, you know.
Go forth, brave knights of Ishgard. The Fury watch over and protect you. Oh, okay, never mind. There's a few more guys. So much for a fair fight. Fight.
Fair part.
Riel, Ruja, stay close to me. Be without fear in the face of heretics. Forward, I say! Forward! Just how many did she bring? Oh, she brought monks, too. Oh, God. Stand your ground. Let them come to us. No, I want to hit them. No, no more. Enough. Forward! Bring me her head! The Fury wills it! We are, like, single-handedly cutting out a whole lot of Ishgardian.
Saying that it's the Fury's will, but... Like, it's
have you no mercy, Mother? I told you never to call me that. You were given a chance. You could have stayed in your cell. Monster, abomination. Death will be a mercy. Kill them! All of you, attack! Oh, there's guys coming from behind us. You will not harm her. Die, abomination, the Fury wills it. You guys brought so many dudes. Send dudes. My lady! Oh, Helone, see us to victory. Grant me the strength to strike down this foul creature. Yeah, alright, good luck, lady. You are, like, deader than almost anybody has ever been. I like how close Riel is, too. Like, realistically, there's no reason for her to be up that close, but, you know. Pray forgive me my sins, for laying down with your enemies. She's named Godhand. Gives a bad name to all God Hands everywhere. Help me to cleanse my soul of this taint. Okay, goodbye. You tried your best, lady. Rah! Damn you! Get out of my way! What? Sorry, that's you. I'm sorry.
Why? Why? Why do you care so much what happens to it?
You're not the first person to ask me that. Doing that with one hand, that's crazy. Once, you might have understood. For everything that you are, all that you have done, you are still her mother. Go. We shall not meet again.
Oh, but we will. We will, Knight. I promise. I will follow you to the ends of the world if I must. So long as it lives, I must. Don't you see, you fool? The Fury wills it! The Fury wills it! Oh, she has gone full batty.
Yay! Real?
How great your love for her. Far greater than any you ever bore me. For a long time, I prayed for forgiveness. I prayed you would take me in your arms, hold me as you did before. But I know that shall never come to pass. I will pray for you, Mother, that you might find peace in her halls.
Okay, well, batter up!
Look away. O Helone, receive of us this woman, your humble servant. Raise her up to your bosom, grant her glory everlasting.
Hang on. Wait, no, not that. Hang on. Where is it?
And her face is just frozen in that hysteric cackle.
Can I want to... God, I wish I had a... I'm sure there's a better option for zooming it, but... Look at her! Oh, that's funny. Alright. You have so much time to dodge. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might actually die from this. You did it! Yay! Ha what fun! How did her head stay on? Sid, you fucking missed!
So what now?
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'll try to keep it down. Brother's new job starts tomorrow. He has to be up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
We
join
go
the
back to
fucking
Ishgard. Together.
As you wish. How? Okay, I'm sorry. You should have put some fucking blood on the snow. Or taken her head off. Alright?
This game is still technically rated T for teen, isn't
I
it?
don't care. Do you remember that thing that happens in Endwalker? You know the one I'm thinking of. In the train car?
Ah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Pump it up a little bit. If there was ever a time to pump it up a little bit, it's right now. That's all I'm saying. I fucking teleported to Idleshire again. God damn it. Fuck. Well, we almost hit 4 hours. We still have to check in with Sid and read everything he has to say, because, we just have to. Ow. Hi, Riel.
And so falls house calling on.
Excuse me. It all seems so simple in retrospect. The moment I stopped trying to find the answer, there it was. And all that anger, all that rage, born of a fervent desire to protect that which we hold most dear.
So you're still committed to your path, then?
At least until level 80, yeah. And you, if you will have me.
You'll need to talk to me more. And listen.
Never mind, I don't want to do that anymore.
I can't stand the silence, you know. There's no shame in sharing the weight, Sid. We can bear it together. For ourselves. And for others.
Right then. The two of us will manage on our own, Rusha. There may be others who know of Riel's heritage, but if they come, we will be ready. Granted, we could simply leave Ishgard, but that will leave the people at the mercy of the powers that be. I cannot do that now, and neither can Riel, I think. We all need a cause, Rusha, so what will yours be? For whom will you stand? My friends, for Eorzea, for myself. I fight for my friends. Happy Pride, everybody!
Same brain cell. If you're looking for pride,
I have it. And so you shall. To walk the path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Justice demands no less. But we must never lose sight of why we chose to walk it. Gods help me, those Moogles were onto something, weren't they? Yes, unfortunately. And now we can carve and spit on that thing. Sorry.
Forget to put on grit.
Okay. Let's talk to people.
For the first time in a long time, I'm not afraid to think of the future. And when I do, I find myself excited, perhaps? I don't expect it'll be easy, but that's alright. I've got Sid.
You look to be in good health, Rusha. Something we can do for you. How fare you and Riel? It would seem that the Countess's crusade died with her. No one has sought us out since that day. Even so, I do not expect these peaceful days to last. So long as there are those who prey on the weak and helpless, there will ever be a need for knights such as we. But I worry for Riel. I cannot abandon her, yet I would not have her be a party to what will come.
Enters your apprentice.
Her? Walk the path? But she's just a... Her life is her own, to make with what you will. If that is her desire, then we shall discuss it. What's a Dark Knight? I should think you know as well as I, perhaps even better. Nevertheless, if you wish to hear the tale once more, I will oblige. Recall the story of the first, who was the rarest of knights, the one who held his vows sacrosanct and strove ever to walk in the Fury's grace. This man, good and true, did what no one else had the courage to do. He passed judgment on a vile beast who has used his position in the clergy to commit unspeakable crimes. To wit, he cut down the clergyman before the eyes of gods and men, ensuring that the bastard would never harm another child of the broom again. The Holy See could not abide such an action, of course. He was detained and delivered unto the tribunal. Though he won his freedom through trial by combat, he was later stripped of his titles and denounced for his deeds. But rather than lament his poor fortune, he embraced it. If they would condemn him as a dark knight, then he would take it as a title. He forsook the trappings of his past life, including his sigil and the shield which bore it. In its place, he came to wield something far more potent, a power born of the abyss which lies at the heart of us all, a darkness which can grant us great strength at a price. I once thought I understood this power, but then I met a band of singing Moogles, and, well, I wouldn't say I'm conflicted. I'm rather certain that I have a greater understanding of the darkness within than some furry little shits. Still, I'm not quite sure what to think. Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, so here's the thing. If you know me, if you're friends with me, you know that I have we'll say a less than favorable opinion of the Dark Knight quests, right? I think they're good. I think they're pretty fine, all things considered. But I would not say they are my favorite quests. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I think the ninja quests I like far more. I think there are plenty of interesting ideas in the Dark Knight quests, but one of the things that I think drags it down immensely is the English script, believe it or not. Because I talked about this before in the first Dark Knight video, but, excuse me, the Dark Knight quest is one of the couple of quests in this game that are severely different and changed from how they are in the normal game, or the original, or the Japanese script is what I mean. In particular, that quest and Sid is written a little bit differently, I think. But ultimately, I think my problems with Sid are pretty obvious. You saw the counter on screen for what my problems are with him. And unfortunately, that is a trend of father figures with daughter characters that continues later on into future expansions that I'm sure I'm going to talk about then as well. But so far, Sid ended this quest line with a -2, which is not great. And I should also clarify, when I say times he was nice to her, I'm not talking about, like, platitudes of, like, asking her if she's okay or whatever. I'm talking about specifically times where he says nice things about her, like positive things about her, instead of screaming at her like he does, twice. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we have time for this post today, unfortunately. It's a very good post, but regardless, unfortunately, I just really want to get going and get ready for bed, because I also have work in the morning. But until such a time as that happens, Otaku, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for joining me on this stream. Join us again this coming Thursday for a game that is being decided right now in the Discord. ! Discord in the chat. If you haven't already voted on that poll, please do. It's only up for a few more days. Once again, to list them off real quick, the games that I'm considering playing is every single Traveler's Tales Lego game in order, all of them, which is a bad idea, the Sly Cooper games, or Bug Fables. So yeah, if you have any interest or input on which one you want to see, vote, and, use them votes, or whatever. But that's going to do it for me. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.